So, we might as well jump in straight with Dragon Man, which is what his name is.
Dragon Man.
Something?
I chose the
Ulrich.
most... Yeah.
Yep.
The most kind of Viking-ish,
90.
like, like just the, like...
Yep, it's a meaty name.
Ulrich's
Alden
one of the
von
characters in
Generica.
Skyrim, right? Wait.
You tell me I have played
That's
the
Ulfric.
first,
Okay.
I've
I
played
had
the first
thought
10
about
minutes of
putting the
Skyrim.
word hammer in my name somewhere as well, but...
Smiteborn kind of just covers that anyway.
Yeah.
That it's got a real punch to it.
Ulrich, the Hammer Smiteborn.
With, so I...
That doesn't actually have a hammer.
Wait, do I have wings? Wait,
Uh,
does Dragonborn have wings?
no, they don't have wings.
Oh, okay.
They can have wings. You need a feet for it.
You have wings,
okay.
but they're the tiny little stubby ones. They're just
okay.
cute. They're adorable.
Which really hurt underneath the plate mail. I'm just like...
It's where all their anger comes from.
Yeah. So, yeah, I walked into
Where do-
Barovia.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself having come in?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Or where do you see
Well,
yourself?
I thought you could only go in one way.
No, there's two. There's east and west roads
okay.
leading in.
And where are these guys?
Currently, Mitch and Ross are in Valaki.
Valaki.
Trev, or Wayu, is in parts unknown, in the mountains.
Insane.
Oh, you're still playing your old character?
Yeah.
Wayu's
Oh,
No,
nice.
no, my old character.
His character from the previous campaign.
Oh, okay.
Like, the first
yeah.
session, the first campaign that I ran,
Yeah.
that's his character is.
Trev's a wizard.
I'm a wizard!
So you're an old hermit just in the mountains.
No.
He's with an old hermit.
It's a little hard to explain.
Okay. Well, I guess I would probably go for one of the major population.
You either sort of
centers,
find yourself really
either
like
Valaki
Valaki or
Barovia.
Barovia.
Yeah, the village of Barovia. So let's go Val. Yeah, I'll just say
Also-
I've wandered off to Valaki
Okay.
because I've been told that that's.
We also...
well, actually, I could have gone into village of Barovia first and been told that
The
the
people
other
you're
ones.
tracking
Yeah,
will last sort of seen towards Valaki.
yeah.
Ah, those.
Because I would have given a description of the last
Yep.
team, and yeah, they were essentially.
They were pretty
sort of Valaki.
forthcoming about that. We weren't even asking about the old team when we got information about them and sent towards their funeral pyre. So that's what we were just doing at the end of the last session is we were checking out their funeral pyre, and then we went from there to Valaki.
Also, I might have attacked some supposedly innocent people. I don't believe they are. You know.
Oh, the Were Ravens.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
They seem cool.
He shot a kid.
Shut it, kid.
No, I nuked a kid.
That doesn't make it better.
They got better though.
I made
yeah.
them better.
I'm fine with either being in Valaki or on the road to Valaki. Up to you.
Okay.
Wherever makes
I
the
think
most
I'll have you in Valaki.
story-driven sense.
You will have tracked down, like, basically the last people that were sort of known to be travelling with them, which was Irina and... I forgot the guy's name, but doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah,
They-
Arena and brother.
Brother.
And
Yeah,
brother.
and brother.
Burgermeister.
Brother Burgermeister.
Brother Burgermeister.
And,
And Burglar.
yeah, they have basically been explaining to you that, as far as they're aware, these guys were good and helping the cause here. That's what they're trying to explain to you.
Good as in moral, not good as incompetent.
Good and dead.
Valid.
They may be averaged out to, sort of neutral.
Good for the soil.
Huh?
Well, no.
Good for the tomato plants.
3 of them were good people.
I don't follow.
Well, so
But yeah, you're meeting them in the chapel
in Valaki.
in Valaki,
Okay.
which is where they've basically been. They sort of sheltered there the first night they arrived in Valaki. It's been a week or so since the last group expired.
Yep.
So there has been a little bit of time between. It's not the very next day jumping straight into it. They have, they sought shelter inside the chapel in Valaki the first night. Then after that, they've returned to sort of each night and helped the other villages that seek refuge there from the evils around the area, and hadn't. Well, for a day or two they hadn't heard anything from the other party, and then word got to them through some of the Vistani, basically saying that they had fallen.
Well, wouldn't the town have seen the windmill on fire?
They would have seen the smoke and everything. This is when but that it wasn't until people had been out to investigate and actually put sort of two and two together, and that was a couple of days before that it was sort of all established, and word came from some of the Vistani that were based around Barovia, the village of Barovia, got word up to Valaki, just saying that they had fallen.
So clearly, and so I've been told that there were only only 3 or 4 bodies found, or was it 3 bodies found in there?
3 bodies found.
So there's one missing.
There is one.
So he's clearly been, his mind has been overtaken by the necromancer, and he needs to be destroyed.
So you've got the information. So the information you've got of the old group was that one of them was a necromancer.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
And
the
the rest-
thing. Your guy, like, we were sort of in the dark. Your guy can be full bottle on the old party if you're specifically tracking them down.
Well, and I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the rest are evil because they travel with zombies and a necromancer and a hellhound.
Oh my!
Okay.
Thank you for giggling at that one. I was kind of dangling otherwise.
Irina especially is trying to convince you that they can't be in the service of Strut.
You
They
saw
were-
them with zombies, right?
And they actually said that they didn't have any
skeletons.
zombies follow within the path between Valaki and you kept the zombies outside of that. I don't think there was any zombie time in the time you were travelling with Irina between Barovia and...
Because you stopped.
While we were on the escort mission, you did manage to keep a bit of a lid on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good point, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's campaigning for their memory more than anything.
Okay. I'll make note of
Doesn't deny the fact that the Hellhound exists.
it. Yeah.
And yeah, I think you make your own sort of conclusions from
Yeah.
that. That is,
I'll make note of it.
what do you want to do from there? What?
I'm going to go and investigate the funeral pyre that
All right.
I've been told about.
So, quick.
And by the sounds of it, they were either trying to team up with a coven of witches, or so I might go and investigate to make sure that these witches have also been either destroyed or everything's kosher with that.
Pretty bold attacking witches now that you know they're dead.
Okay, so you
Sort
got
these witches out. They're not there, are they?
Oh boy!
It's behind me, isn't it?
No, I'm in front of you.
One of them got away, so
The one that got away.
Okay, so you make your way up to the
I wonder
site
if there's
of-
any way of me figuring out that one of them got away. I suppose
It seems to be common knowledge. People were telling us that we killed 2 of the witches.
Okay. Alright.
Well, you guys are
About the
Vistani?
Vistani knew that.
Um,
I listened to the podcast.
what time is this happening at? Like, is this like around the same time we're on our way to Valky?
This would be a couple of days before
Okay.
you guys swung through and then look at the...
We're flashing back.
Yeah.
Alright.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay, so you make your way up to the side of the windmill. Go for investigation.
Yeah, okay. So, this guy's the complete opposite of, his intelligence is,
He's strong.
yeah. He's strong. He's very strong.
When you ask how smart he is, he says, "Well, I'm very strong."
Yes. Wait, the investigation, wait, that's other features? No, wait.
You're a -1 or investigation.
There we go, yeah.
Bruce, you could.
6.
6. Okay.
There's a funeral pyre.
There is
There's a
the
bunch
burnt out husk of a windmill. The lower floor, the stone walls are still there. The millstone has collapsed into the center of that floor. You do find a set of charred feet poking out from underneath the millstone,
What?
and
Do they look adult or child?
they're pretty charred up. And with an investigation of a roll of 6,
There's
there's some pretty charred up legs.
Yeah.
You also find a decomposing body in the area outside of the fire. It's been picked over by ravens and other animals. It's the remains of one of the other hags. One was left outside, one was burnt inside the building, third one got away.
Yeah.
And the funerary pyre has 3 skeletal remains that have been burnt. Just about to, crumbly ash.
There's no skeleton remains of a dog.
No.
Interesting.
He
He was a hellhound, so
hellhound.
he probably survived a fire.
In the center, there's a sort of like a sinkhole where some of the ash and everything sort of poured in. And you can see like claw marks and everything where it's coming out of that hole.
Okay, so the evil necromancers teamed up with the hellhound, and they've obviously, he did away with the rest of his party.
I will
In
point out,
conspiracy with the lizard people.
Well, in conspiracy with Strahd.
and with a roll of 6 on your investigation, you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a halfling corpse and a gnome corpse.
Oh god, no.
So
I'm
you see 2 sort of humanish size skeletons. Oh no, sorry, one was a dwarf. One humanish size,
Thank
one sort of medium sized, and one smaller.
Husky skeleton.
Well, wait, are their magical items still there, or are they...
No.
Okay, so people have buggered off with those, basically.
Yeah.
People.
So there's obviously...
And again, with that 6, you're not going to spot the bit of evidence. But the other guys got on this because they've also been to the pyre in the last session.
Yeah, this is obviously a country of thieves.
Jesus Christ. There are some assumptions being made. Investigation is not his strong point, but he's made some deductions.
Hey, wisdom of 8 and intivate, I think it was, or 9. Wait.
8 and 8. Yep.
Yeah, 8 and 8. So I can make whatever deductions I want.
So far, you've established this place is full of women and jippos.
Jippos is Egyptians, dude.
I'm sorry, my racism wasn't accurate enough for you.
Yeah, I get it right.
Hi, Uncle Rod. Yeah, I'm real sorry. I fucking embarrassed you with my shitty racism. Yeah. Love you too. Yeah, I am still a faggot. Yeah, alright. See you at Christmas.
Jesus Christ.
No, actually, no, my guy is not racist in any way, shape, or form. He just believes everybody is a thief, and at least...
You really do have to be mumble. Fucking word for word, just
Oh dear lord. Okay. So yeah, with your investigation of 6, that's what you got there. The magical items are gone. There are 3 corpses and a hole in the middle of the funerary pyre. There are some remains inside the husk of the windmill, and one fairly picked over corpse just in the grassed area between.
You can cross 4 names off your list. 4? 3.
He knows how to write.
You can still cross things off a list if you,
You
can't
can
write.
still write.
Just where you go, there's like there's a list of things, and they're like, I think it's this one. Scritch.
I sort of get that, like the way they describe Dragonborn in the setting, like them being sort of like considering themselves like a master race sort of thing.
Well, yeah, as I said,
They're fucking dragons.
Yeah.
What flight were you? You're bronze.
Yeah, I went with lightning.
Yes.
Covered in bronzer.
Okay.
Because the idea of lightning sounded awesome.
Yes. And one of the metallic flights as well, which also helps for some superiority complex going on.
Yeah.
Is it the one where you fill the area with lightning, or is it you attack it?
I think it's just... Oh, okay, I thought it was chain lightning. I haven't looked at it in like 2 weeks. So.
It's a straight line one for the bronze breath weapon.
Yeah.
5 by 30 feet.
Yeah, yeah.
I was expecting to have to dodge out of the way of your fire at some point, but
Yeah, some have lines, some have
cones.
cone.
Yeah, line, yeah, okay. 2d6.
Cool.
Where do you see yourself going from this point?
Well, I'm not going to be strong enough to take on Strahd by myself.
Fact.
I have heard rumours probably of magical artifacts that would probably be helpful in destroying Strahd, so I guess go on to try and find out where those might be, if they even exist.
Well, you checked in with the Vistani when you came through. We already established that. When you first came in, you talked to the Vistani. I imagine that conversation was enlightening.
Yeah, okay, so
If only there
I
was
think
some
for
other
now-
plucky adventurers here.
for now, I might go back to Valaki and start investigating.
Okay. Where do you see yourself heading off in Valaki? I think I've got a map there for you.
Well, I'll go to the inn and find myself somewhere to stay
Okay.
because I've got to get a base of operations.
All right.
The
inn? It's a 2-story wooden building, stone foundation, and roll perception.
Again, not very good.
When I was making my character this time around, I made sure I had good perception, because it comes up all the fucking time.
Yeah, because looking at things is a thing that people do.
Perception. So another -1.
Yes, it is.
4. Wow, I'm not rolling well today.
Okay.
In fairness, it does match your character.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's got something he's going towards.
My guy is also not very subtle. I'm in full plate with a shield. Like I do not walk around without making a ton of noise.
And
I don't
a reach
care.
glaive, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh boy. That's got some distance on it. 10 feet reach. Awesome. Okay.
I figured I may as well be carrying around any weapon I could, and then just switch between them at will because
Yeah.
I'm strong enough to.
Yep. Yep.
Strong enough, he's skilled enough, and gosh darn it, people are afraid of him.
Oh, I'm not skilled in any way, shape, or form. I'm very pretty though. My charisma's like pretty high.
It is pretty high. Okay.
The description of that character is what Kat would joke about me being.
Oh, she's not
Yeah.
Okay. So you slam the front door open and get the attention of the patrons within the tap room. There is 2 men that look like they're hunters. One's got a bow leaning up against the chair next to him. The other one is covered in like this patchwork wolf pelt cloak. There is 2 other men in there that are dressed quite fancy. They definitely look like they are of the upper class in the area. They're in more sort of fine coloured clothing, a good couple of layers, well made clothes. And there is one other gentleman that's sitting off in the corner by himself, colourfully dressed as well. This would be one of the first people that you've run into within sort of Barovia that's not human. This one you can see sort of a bit more of a point on the ears. The features are a little bit more sharp than human, but still fairly human.
So half elf or
Half elf.
Yeah.
And behind the bar, there's a tall gentleman, dark hair, long dark beard with like streaks of grey going through it. And everyone, as you've made your grand entrance with slamming the door open, has turned to face you. And yeah, let's say not many Dragonborn around the area. They haven't, so you are noticed.
We say very loudly, "Barkeep, I wish to rent a room and some food."
And he yells from the other side of the room, "Great, come over here and talk to me directly rather than yelling over the room."
Good idea. And I walk over.
And clank, clank, clank. And he's like, morning. What? How long are you planning to stay?
Indefinite. I am here investigating some news of evildoers for my church.
You're after evildoers.
Yeah.
There
I've heard this
are.
land is filled with them.
Yes, very much so. Where do you hail from? If you don't mind me asking. Assuming you're out of Rome.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm probably not Rome anymore.
Well, that's where you came from. Yes.
Well, no, just out of character. Rome doesn't exist anymore, though. No?
It's not completely destroyed. It's definitely been attacked. It's probably
because
not,
that would have been the main place where all the where most of the churches would have based themselves. Yeah, screw it. Yeah, out of Rome. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your god that you worship?
That's a good question. I do not think I looked that one up.
That's something we can work in.
Just a god.
Just God. There's not one.
There's a few around.
Just God. Just Jesus.
Yeah.
Something
Some
that's
sort
been
of dragon god.
There's something that's been established
God,
between the
Son of God.
these two different games, like the Wednesday game and here, is that a lot of the sort of guard and the legionnaires and everything from the Rome area are Dragonborn as well. So that's something I've already established in the other game as
cool.
well. So that fit in really well. That a lot of the military are Dragonborn.
Yeah, I probably have a military background. Until I found God. Well, he found me.
He's like, oh, from south, okay, and you're here to chase off the evils of this land.
Some of the evils in this land, and I'm chasing some of the evils from my land that have come here.
Some evils coming from your way. With
A party arrived here, I've heard not too long ago, of 4 adventurers, if you will. They were one of the reasons that Rome was destroyed.
oh dear lord, I think I know the ones you're talking about. They're the ones that died taking the witches out. Yes.
Yes, that is what I've heard.
Yeah, I didn't have the pleasure to meet them, but they escorted Irina and her brother up here, and as far as I understand, I haven't met the guys, so I can't pass judgment, but I hadn't heard anything about them being evil. But of course, I didn't get a chance to find out about their past either.
Yeah, it's true, and I'm sure they would have come across as very nice people. They were very good actors.
You're from Thespia.
They one of them was a very evil necromancer, and I'm fairly sure, by the looks of it, probably had the rest of his party in his control. So, yes, I'm after them, and also after just any evil that I can find. Really,
Oh, you'll find plenty of evil around this place.
I've heard as much.
What do you know of the place so far? I'm assuming you know of our good Lord Strahd, and he says this with a very heavy level of sarcasm.
I've heard of him. He is on my list of beings to investigate.
I'm hoping he's somewhat to the top of that list.
Near the top, yes.
Might
But-
I ask if you got any others that you're apart from this band of evildoers and Strahd? Do you have anyone else on your list so far?
Oh, the list is long, but I best not get into specifics. I don't want to alert anyone.
Plus, you're posting your top 10 on BuzzFeed later on today.
Yeah. I'm also
It's
saying this
listicle.
incredibly loudly. I'm just going on the assumption that no matter when I talk, I'm just booming.
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
yeah, I'm not subtle in any way, shape, or form.
He's like, well, on the business at hand, of course. Board here is Golden Night, and that includes a breakfast in the morning. If that works for you.
That is fine.
Pretty.
And he shuffles around his rack behind and pulls out a set of keys for you. He's like, you don't mind, I'll just grab the first 5 days in advance, and then we'll go on from there.
Yeah, I'll give him some money.
And hands the key over, and he goes, the rooms are upstairs, and he points to this sort of balcony section that overlooks the tap room that you're standing at the moment, and you can just see doors lined up around the top. It's like, your one will be the one just up over there, and it points up pretty much off to your left-hand side.
Thank you, good barkeep. The world is run by honest, hard-working citizens like yourself.
Of course. If there's anything else, of course, give me a yell.
Will do. And, yeah.
So far, you're sounding like a Republican on the campaign trail.
Actually, that's kind of what I'm going for, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, my guy would very much be a Republican, yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, the racism and the sexism I can stand, like, independent of each other, but if you bring, like, right-wing politics into this, I have to leave.
Okay. For the next couple of days, where you sort of start poking around Valaki, and where would you find yourself going? I'm assuming just
So, I'll start by talking to the church, the priest.
Mm-hmm.
Church priest.
Well, I was going to say church leader, but then,
You realise there's a word for that.
Yeah, I realised there was a word for that, so yeah. And then...
That's a youngish priest called Father Lucian Petrovich.
Yeah. So start by talking to him. Also start talking to any of the parents of children that went missing. Just to kind of, look into that a bit as well. See about, get some background on these witches.
Okay. Those ones that went missing were out of the village of Barovia, not out of
I thought they went from all over the...
the ones that, the more recent ones were out of Barovia, but there'd probably be situations in Valaki. No, there's not.
Okay.
Just out of the village of Barovia.
Interesting.
Um,
What about the kid that they saved? Where did he run off to? Because didn't they tell him to run back to Valaki?
He did go back to Valaki, and he went to Valaki because he didn't want to go back to his parents that basically sold him, essentially.
He was eaten by wolves.
So if the priest knows
I just
where
want
that...
to twist the knife on Arthalia from last time.
Yeah, if the priest knows where that kid is, I'll go in and talk to that kid.
He goes, "Oh, right. That young lad. I understand. You've talked to Irina before, yes?
Yes, I have.
She's been looking after him in the meantime. So during the day, I imagine they'd be wandering around the town, basically just trying to keep occupied. She's been quite industrious in trying to keep the town happy, as is our burgomaster's want in life."
That sounds... Yeah, they sound like very good people.
Salt of the earth.
Salt of the earth.
You know, morons.
As he's talking about the burgomaster, he sort of says at the end of the sentence, under his breath, he goes, "So it's almost like an amen sort of thing, but it's very stilted." It just says, "All will be well."
Do I notice this?
You roll insight.
That's just a straight roll, right?
It is,
Oh, that's cocked.
for you, it's a wisdom one, so it's +2.
Ooh, so 13.
13. You notice that is a phrase you've heard a couple other people say it as well. Some of them say it with actual feeling behind it. Some other people say it like it's a chore. And the father here is definitely on the ladder.
Okay. So clearly the Burgermeister is going to be added to the list. To investigate. I'm not necessarily saying he's evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think, basically the next few days would just be going around the town, talking to various people about life realistically. Essentially just finding out what I can about the kingdom and about the town and about everything.
Yep. As you're wandering around, you see sign postings around, basically talking about celebration festivals. You see sign postings about the Wolf's Head Jamboree, Attendants and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well, and they're signed off by the Baron. And a bunch of those sign postings are sort of being taken down and replaced with a new one of the Festival of the Blazing Sun. Attendants and children required. Rain or shine, all will be well. The Baron. And essentially, most of the town folk are going around taking down one set of decorations and putting up a new second set of decorations. Some of them are gathering up twigs and sticks and bits and pieces to make some pyre and forgot the word for it. But anyway, they make things for burning effigies.
Yeah.
And others are, sort of just setting up bits and pieces around the place. But some are sort of getting really into the spirit of it. Others, again, feels like a chore. Like this is ongoing. And
My guy's not very smart, but this is pretty blatant.
Yeah.
So
this is basically one celebration after the other.
clearly the Baron's trying to essentially keep the populace busy,
That's
while clearly, he's got nefarious.
I like how you just sort of automatically think that everyone's. Oh yeah, you already mentioned that.
Pretty much,
everyone.
My
is
guy
shit.
comes to conclusions very quickly and usually wrong.
So
But
he's using like a forced frivolity to pacify the population, while also having some sort of insidious purpose behind it. So
Yeah.
it's an office Christmas party.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's an office Christmas party, like 2 days after the office Thanksgiving party, which is a couple of weeks after the office Halloween party.
You're just taking down the Halloween decorations and putting up the fucking excerpt. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Easter
I'm going
right
to
after
stick around.
Christmas.
Yep.
I'm going to stick around town.
Yep.
Continuing this while, because there's obviously going to be, because this would be the perfect place for evil to strike, while everyone's at their, like, not paying attention and partying and things like that. This would be the perfect time for evil to come in and also it's the perfect time to investigate this Baron because he'll probably be there, I'm guessing. So, I'll wait around until that happens, I guess.
Okay. And I'm going to jump from you to. Let's go with Wayu and No.
Hey.
So we're going to jump in pretty much where we left off last time. You guys are in front of that fireplace. You've sort of started, looking over some of the books, bits and pieces in this library.
Wayu is balls deep in his Kindle.
Okay. Ew. Gross. What are you looking for? What's sort of taking your fancy? Because it's a vast library.
Yeah. I imagine he is going to be swinging through probably 3 distinct things and having a hard time narrowing it down.
Yep.
He's going to be looking for, first of all, just anything new or powerful.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of being in such a huge library of an obviously powerful wizard, that's just goddamn intoxicating.
Yep.
He's going to be looking for anything sort of new and important and high level.
Yep.
Trying, like, immediate considerations, trying to focus on anything trans-dimensional, anything like interplanetary, anything sort of portal magic related, and also anything. That was a question. Are all of the books authored by Squiggly Unreadable?
Yeah. Everyone that you've come across so far has been a tome written by an author that you can't read.
Right. Okay.
In your things on teleportation and such, you find tomes about the creation and linking of teleportation circles, which you partly familiar with anyway because you did experiment with one already.
Took a whack at that.
Having a little bit more time and a little bit more direction on this one here, let's go for investigation.
There's going to be 16.
16. You start to get a bit of a sense of where you might have gone wrong and how you ended up in this unfortunate situation.
I didn't carry the wand.
You're sort of going through it, and you're originally trying to focus on getting to Sigil. That was your original plan. Sort of going over the whole situation there is, you were focusing on Sigil, and then you stopped for a moment, and in the columns of the tome you're reading from, there were notes scrawled in a handwriting that's beginning to seem a little bit more familiar as you're reading through these other books. So the book you were using in Neverwinter had handwriting in the border, making notes, and that same handwriting is the one that's written the tome you're reading from now.
So the entire tome that I'm reading is in the handwriting
That was
of
written
the
in the
notes in
border.
the margins.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Which is now making you think that is where you ended up. You've ended up near the author of those notes, rather than the location you were thinking about before. Basically, the last thought you had before was about that handwriting, not Sigil, and that's what.
Well. Sort of turn to no and cock an eyebrow. Methinks you are not from around these parts, originally. Or at least you've done a fair bit of travelling.
I imagine so, if those paintings have got anything to do with it. There's certainly no palm trees and jungles around this area, and I can see there's a picture of me on the back of a flying reptile.
Dragons, I believe we call them in the larger world.
No, I know dragons. That's not a dragon. That's something altogether different. Outside of your knowledge, that is a pterosaur.
Oh, cool. Okay.
At a bar I was at the other night, there was a cocktail there named pterodactyl.
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
that is real good.
In the description for the podcast, you'll find the recipe for a pterodactyl that we've kindly provided.
There's a lot of amber.
And also tree sap.
One mosquito.
Yeah, I have no memory of being anywhere else.
I'm feeling like it's going to be important that we try to get those memories back for you. I'm starting to think that the world is at something of a loss for your experiences having been wiped out in the fashion that they have. Do you feel like you would be amenable to remembering the man you once were? Keep in mind, you may have been a dick.
Not gonna lie, the concept scares me. If I've done this to myself, why have I done this to myself?
Good question. I imagine you probably have just explosion magic at your disposal, so if perhaps you just didn't like yourself very much, erasing yourself from existence seems like a sort of a roundabout way to solve that problem.
But I like myself now. And Alphonse likes me. And the little ferret is wrapped around the back of his neck. You'd have to do a fair bit to convince me to give up what looks like, even though it's very confusing, a comfortable place.
Have I got from reading the tomes, is there anything personal in it, or is it mostly scholastic?
It's academia through and through. Yeah. It's notes of travels. It's research into various spells, some very high level stuff as well. We're talking well beyond your capacity.
Ouch.
Well,
didn't fucking ask, dude.
You're level 8, so
rub it in.
This guy will be much higher than that. In your things, though, in sort of transdimensional and dimensional stuff, you do find notes that start to sort of talk about the place you're in now, and it's referred to as a magnificent mansion. It also has a name attached to it that you can't read.
Are the M's in Magnificent Mansion capitalized?
Yes.
Okay, well that's a spell.
Yes.
I know that. I know that from being a wizard.
Oh yeah. The whole rest of that passage is all about the incantations required, the reagents and everything that are required for casting
I didn't even need
This
to read
spell.
that far. As soon as I see it's in capitals, like, that's a spell then.
But yeah, that's and
Is there? Here's a question. Is there enough in that I would be able to learn the spell? I actually don't know that one. Is that like at a level that would even be?
I'm gonna
Little
say
fucking
you
Bible.
probably can't cast level 7th level spells.
No.
No, it's
That's,
not
a,
one
that's
you
a
can
good 3 off.
Yeah.
Wizards can write into the spellbook.
Yeah,
they
they
just
can.
can't cast it.
Yeah, they can actually
You
still.
can, you
yeah.
can transcribe it and have it when you're available, but yeah,
It kind of, it would seem weird to me for way to get out of the situation without having tried that. Mm-hmm. He's very much about the collection of knowledge,
Yeah.
spells in particular. However that shakes out, I would feel like it's uncharacteristic for him to like, oh, cool, all right, did some reading, go on about my life.
No sort of gets up and sort of peers over your shoulder and looking at it and is like, ooh,
When did,
that description. Sorry,
when did we find out his name was No?
it's the name that he gave him,
Ah,
and he's just I'm running with it.
fair enough.
Really doesn't know his own name. He's peering over his shoulder and is reading the description of the spell that you're looking at the moment, which is that magnificent the mansion one. He's like, that description sounds strikingly familiar to this place.
Doesn't it just?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's sort of bigging itself up a little bit, like, you know, it's a nice mansion.
I feel like it could probably be better.
That's the spirit. No, that's the spirit. Always strive.
In the last session, we established that the spell that is on him to make him forget is, I think I even gave you the name of Mind Blank,
Yep.
which is something you could try and look into as well.
Yeah, it hadn't occurred to me, and I'm not sure if it would have occurred to Wayu, that I wouldn't have thought that this would have been self-inflicted, and I wouldn't have thought that he would have knowledge of that. This is sort of making assumptions, but the idea of it being something inflicted upon him, it would be strange to attack a wizard with a spell that he knew. So it probably wouldn't have been a priority for Wayu looking through.
Fair point.
But that said, the idea of like rectifying this situation and bringing him back to full capacity, not something that Wayu would inflict upon him without his agreement, but it's a high priority. The idea that someone with this knowledge and these abilities has been just removed from the world is galling.
Gonna leave you to your research a little bit. Jump into these two.
Hey,
Okay, where we left you guys, you were entering into the inn.
I went into the inn and made a big scene.
You did.
And the I just listened to it on the way here. And you were trying to make Dave. Is it Dave?
Yep. Get into the barrel.
Get in the barrel.
I ain't getting in no stinking barrel.
What's the
accent
name of
we're
the
going
inn
with,
that
is
we're
it?
at? Sorry,
That's Dave's.
What was the inn that we were at?
What they call it, the
No,
Blue
it's a
Water?
very good-
Okay,
No,
so it's the
sure.
same inn.
Same inn.
Same inn.
This
Yeah.
is a couple of days after you first checked into the inn, so to give you some idea of the time frame. So you've been wandering around Valakey doing your bits of investigation.
His very subtle investigating. Bonk! Where is it?
Ignore me.
Swear to me!
I'm assuming at this current point in time, Narlag's just getting into town.
Can start rolling in at this point, yeah. So he can, and you can locate Dave.
Oh, I know
just by-
exactly where he is.
Yeah. So you basically start making your way over towards the inn as well. During the day, the gates are open, so you're able to get in and out of the town. What you've noticed over the last few days, as soon as the sun starts to go down, the gates for getting into town get closed and barred.
Yeah.
Gated communities. Huh.
Yeah. The tall dude, long beard, leads you sort of behind the bar and leads you around to the back where the wine barrels are stored. Shortly, Narlag wanders in.
Yeah, like Dave's right next to.
This is the bar
right
I'm
next to
staying
Win.
in?
Yeah. You're out and about in the town at
Yeah.
the moment, but I'm going to have you wander in at some point anyway, so don't stress. What are you guys doing here? Why are you following me? I'm assuming Narlag wanders in at some point, but yeah,
He's going to hang back a little bit because the man's a bit upset at him.
no doubt.
No one even remembers why anymore.
It's been a couple of weeks.
Clearly, myself and my travelling companion have done you and your family a disservice, earlier.
A disservice would be one way of putting it.
Yes. That was the way that I put it, yes.
You're gonna love this character.
I feel like perhaps we owe you something of a debt for having grievously injured your family. I think I can speak on behalf of my companion when I say we will repay that debt in any way that you see fit. Please, please, just name it.
They'll just hear in their heads, "He's right, you know."
Anything. Clearly, we have a debt that needs to be repaid to you and your family.
Paint my house.
I've never painted a house before.
And he sort of was looking at you, was like, 15 minutes ago, he was essentially bringing his family back to life after being nuked by a hobgoblin, and now
Perhaps there is another family you want nuked.
A rival clan of
what could you possibly
Were magpies.
offer me apart from further death and hardship?
Would you be interested in more death and hardship?
No, I'm getting that I'm going to have to be very direct with you.
That would help, yes.
I am going to like your character.
So hard to deal with. I love it, but I've got to think about everything I say. Okay. I'm gonna assume that murdering my family is not going to be on the cards again.
No.
Can you say that for your travelling companion and is this? And pointing at Dave.
I am called a geezer.
I'm not going to say that because it's probably going to be misheard by this microphone right here.
Well, I cannot speak for him, but he's his own person and subscribes to the ebb and flows of the universe as he sees fit. So, if he wishes to murder your family again, I cannot speak to that.
At this point, he's just going to come downstairs.
You have my word that I will not try and murder your family again.
Please do not infer that I would just willy-nilly kill an entire
As
family.
soon as you walk in there, he's backing off very quickly.
You kill
Like-
one family, you get a fucking reputation.
Sir, I must declare that it is well known amongst these parts that Strahd has spies just about everywhere. How can I not trust that you are not one of them?
You need to get outside.
No.
I will talk with the young Master Elf here. I can't
Excuse
have
me, I am not a young elf. I am older than most of your ancestors. I would just like to point that out.
Out of the two of you, I would prefer to talk to him.
Now, we were having a
comfortable.
productive conversation right now. Maybe it is best if you wait outside.
Oh,
I'm not
normally
normally party to sitting in company with those who killed my family.
In fairness, your family is not dead.
No thanks to you.
Well, actually, yes, and thanks to me, I did in fact save one of your children's lives. If you'll so recall, I did give them one of my healing potions.
Well,
He's-
when you put it like that,
He is actually a traveling salesman, and he has not asked for any repayment for the healing potion that he gave to your dying child. If
That
you
he
could-
would not have to have used had he not killed them.
Had you not
Yes,
been-
that is how the events unfolded it previously. Yes, you're very observant.
we got a table of Republicans here. This is messed up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was just thinking, my guy's going to love you with your accent.
okay.
It's the chemicals in my potions that are making the frogs gay.
Oh, well, I'm not allowed to put this on YouTube anymore.
Topical.
Okay. He's like, his shoulders sort of drop, and he sort of sighs. He's like, fine.
I will.
If you're looking to make up for
if you need me
your
to leave
faux
this
pas, we'll call it.
if you need me to leave this room, I will do so. But I want it very clear that I am not just going around willy-nilly killing people. I genuinely believe that someone spying on me is very likely to be a spy of Strahd.
Fine. Stay. The not-so-young Master Elf.
If you do not wish to take me up for my offer for making up the debt to your family, that is fine.
I do need help with some things, but your travelling companion, I think is how you how you phrased him?
Yes.
He's not too far off some truths. There are many.
You are a spy for Strahd?
No.
Well, then we had best finish the job.
Glowing hand ready.
No. There are spies everywhere. We're not of them.
Insight check.
Sure.
17 plus, I think it's 4.
Okay.
Yeah, 17 plus 4. 20, 21.
He's speaking the truth.
Yay. Someone we can trust.
You obviously already know of part of us. You know we are capable of shapeshifting between human and raven forms.
It was most impressive. How do you do that?
I'm not going to go into the specifics.
That's okay if you don't know. You can just say.
Oh boy. Alright.
Rin, I am beginning to enjoy your company.
Thank you.
But the form we do take does give us some advantages. You can tell there's a good portion of crows and ravens and other corvids around these lands. It gives us an element of hidden ability to keep an eye on things around this place and get word and intelligence back to others that could try and use it. We're not supporters of Strahd. He's brought nothing but pain and sadness and darkness to this entire land. We're no friends of his.
Very good.
But we're just a small family without the capacity to take him down. Many stronger than us have tried and have fallen.
Yes, I know that you are not strong in these matters. My traveling companion, very handily proved that earlier today.
And you see him sort of cringe slightly, like there's a slight sort of wince in his eye.
Rin, don't rub it in.
Well, we had been given by the Bistani
Yes.
a prophecy of some sorts in which to aid us in taking down Strahd. It's curious that that we've been chosen for this purpose, but as the universe wills, perhaps you could aid us in tracking down some of these elements of prophecy that have been delivered to us.
Oh, he's like, okay. What's been prophesied to you?
Stuff.
Oh, many, many wonderful things.
Many things.
You got the thing about this.
Worry.
What are you?
I should have
You're
saved it
what?
after last. I got you to send it to me last time.
You've got 4 level spells. Oh, of course.
There was the one about the
There's one
outdoors. There was one about the garden and
A warrior, a guardian, a missionary, a bishop. Do you want that?
Oh, you got the whole. Oh,
Well, I got Corric's notes. It's got the original text with some flavour there as well.
Yeah.
Well, the first part that we were given was about. Are you aware of a garden dusted in snow, watched over by a scarecrow? That was one of the pieces of prophecy that was delivered to us.
Ooh,
It seemed very vague.
they're birds, so they would probably know a scarecrow if they saw one.
Have you been frightened away by any scarecrows in your bird form, as is in your nature,
I believe,
being birds?
I believe they're a little more cognizant than an average bird, my friend.
I mean, that said, scarecrows are just fucking terrifying anyway. Like, you ever see Wars of Governments? That shit is the scariest fucking thing in the world.
Oh god, I'm reminded of the
That took his head off.
the Bo Burnham country song. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
No.
He's like talking about your like he's singing. He's like you know, your blue jeans, your plaid shirt, your straw hat. Shit, you're a scarecrow.
He's like, scarecrows. You're talking about scarecrows dusted in snow, right?
Yes, a garden dusted in snow, watched over by a scarecrow with a sackcloth grin. I imagine that would be terrifying to you.
The snow line's still part way up the mountains at this time of the year, so Anything like that will be partway up the hills.
Okay. Is that the
There
only...
are a few places that would have scarecrows, but one specifically dusted in snow would be places up in the hills, up near. I'm gonna say up near Lake Baratok.
I believe that would be an element to this quest that the Oracle sent us on.
It's quite possibly a good idea to go over that way.
There was also talk of a wizard whose mind is broken. Are you aware of any such person?
Or are you such a person?
Are you a wizard whose mind is broken?
Or a scarecrow while we're at it? Are you a flaming sword?
No.
Have you met any wizards whose mind has been broken?
Please call.
On the side of a milk
Strahd, stop it.
On the side of a milk carton. Have
You
you
make-
seen this
you-
mage?
You make a joke, but maybe that is what we should do. We should write up some signs and stick them around the town.
I believe,
It would help us in our quest.
I believe that's not such a... maybe we
I'm
should...
not familiar with as you say, a mind-broken mage or wizard.
Yes, that is what the fortune teller told us.
The only,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that it is possibly the best course of action to follow the ravings of somebody playing with a deck of cards, but the universe wills it. So
but no, I can't help you with that one. It was,
okay. Well, perhaps we will just start with the garden dusted with snow, guarded over by the bane of your people, and we'll go from there.
Just to clarify something in this conversation, you're not terrified of scarecrows, are you?
not in the way a normal raven would be, but they're not particularly pleasant looking at the best of times anyway.
Because the name would imply that you would be very scared of them.
So you're more unsettled by them like how an ordinary person would be.
Yes.
Like a clown.
Fair enough. So Rin, he's not terrified of them, he's just unsettled.
All right. I can only go by what the name says, though, so
Maybe we should change the name.
I can't imagine we would have any kind of authority to do that.
Well, maybe we should gain that power.
What?
Well, then we would need to go to a university, perhaps, and become great scholars and an authority on writing some form of dictionary. And then it would. I don't think that is quite within the purview of our quest and purpose right now. But we'll put it on the list of things to do after we cleanse this land of the curse of this Dark Lord.
David,
Okay,
David,
good. We have two things to do on our list now.
David, write it down, will you, boy?
He
Narrator's voice. And that's exactly what they did.
The gardens I was talking about, they could possibly be the ones that are attached to the abbey. There is an abbey
Can't be evil.
to Saint Markovia.
And a moustache. And a tie.
Okay.
That would
Wrapped around.
should be getting dusted with snow at this time of the year already. So that could be something to go for.
Rin gets up close and grasps him by the hand and gives him a very thorough handshake. Thank you for your help today.
You feel him sort of tighten up because he wasn't expecting you to sort of go forward and grab his hand, and he's still a little bit skittish about being murdered. So
Almost murdered.
I hope no other magic user obliterates your family before we meet again. Thank you. And then he walks out.
fair enough. What about you and Dave?
I'm just going to give him a very slight bow and say, once again, I apologize for my actions earlier. As I said, spies are everywhere, and I wish you the best in the future, and hopefully we will return and be friendly again.
Friendly might be a stretch.
Amicable.
I could probably work with that.
Very well.
He's so slick.
I trust
And he's
him.
sort of walking behind you, making sure you don't steal anything on the way out, or you're having to murder anyone.
I am insulted, good sir.
I do
You
declare.
you are a hobgoblin being followed around by a monster. You're a double monster.
That did sort of nuke first, ask questions later. Quite literally.
You may be like slick and smooth
Oh,
talking.
man.
You are a
You
monster.
Oh god. As you walk back out into the sort of the bar room, tap room area, the gentleman who you didn't ask the name of. No one ever asks names about anyone.
Got names written down here for days.
Um,
I don't need to know his name. I identify him as the lead werewolf. That's it. That is how I know him.
To be honest, do you want to have to remember all the names as well?
Oh, I've got these written
Oh,
down.
okay.
So that said, I've already forgotten a couple of the ones that I've done before. So
Yeah.
I didn't even ask Narlak for his name.
In fairness, you don't have to.
As you're walking out into the main bar area, aside from the couple of people that were already in the bar, you also see a fairly large, very armoured Dragonborn sort of entering into the.
Oh, yeah,
quite
just
loud.
as an aside, I have a huge ass steed as well.
I'm assuming you're not riding that into the bar.
No. He would be outside.
Because I'm pretty sure
yeah.
you just get knocked off
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
horse will end up inside.
Is it a magic one?
Clunk.
Yeah, it's, I got Find Steed as a
Oh,
spell,
yeah,
so
Sweet.
Oh, you can get Find Greater Steed as well.
yeah, I plan to. And he's going to be just as obvious as I am.
Oh no.
Find Greater Steed is the best spell.
Probably
ever.
the steed's probably more intelligent than I am as well. so.
Probably is. He can
But
get
yeah.
a griffin.
I wanted to get a unicorn.
You see a couple of odd folk walking out from the back. A hobgoblin in a fairly dapper suit. It's a three-piece suit.
It is a three-piece suit.
Three-piece suit in blacks and purples. Followed by
A monster followed by a monster.
followed by a monster and a gazer.
Well, okay. So, let me properly describe what Dave looks like. He is a grey floating eye with a rather thin mouth and a twirly moustache. He has 4 tentacled eyes just sort of peeking out over the sides. He's wearing a bowler cap and has a tie.
Necktie or a bow tie?
Necktie. I don't know how it stays on, don't ask.
Doesn't have a neck.
Yeah.
He just wears it.
Magic.
I also see
maybe
a
it's just glued on.
severely elven-featured gentleman in
Severely elven.
Severely elven.
best way of describing it, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's perfect.
Well, upon seeing
Loose-fitting
the
garbs and a long.
what's it called again? I keep going back to
Gazer.
Beholder, but it's a gazer. Okay, it's a gazer.
It's like a
gazer,
Beholder.
Yeah. I immediately pull out my was it
Oh,
more?
please finish that sentence.
Immediately
called
pull out
again?
your giant steed.
As soon as I see his gazer, I pull out mine.
I'm going to pull out my Morning Star and get into battle position and say, "Everyone behind me! I will protect you from this fiend."
Yay! Okay.
Nalek's just getting out of the way.
Okay.
He doesn't care if Dave gets killed, he can just bring him back.
Well, that works.
Rin is like, no, please do not attack the wereraven. He's had enough today.
I don't believe he's talking about him, Rin. Just get out of the way, friend.
No.
No one's really gotten behind you. There's definitely been a distinct movement of desks, and, tables and chairs.
Everyone picking up their drinks so they
They're
don't get knocked
basically
over.
getting their drinks and dragging the tables out of the road, essentially giving you an
Yeah.
arena.
Is no one worried about this thing?
Oh, right, yeah, he was wearing his Groucho Marx.
Jesus Christ.
What?
His Groucho Marx disguise.
So put a false moustache over his already existing false moustache? Oh my lord. Okay.
Wait, your Beholder? Your
Gazer.
Gazo was wearing that? Yes. Okay.
I forgot.
Wait, so he. Does his
You are way too entertained by that.
his
You know what you
disguise
need?
include-
You know what you need for the gazer? You need to get him like a robe with a hood, and so he can just wear the hood and have the robe dangling underneath it.
Yeah. Is it
And
so?
just hope like hell there's nothing more than a light
So
breeze
does
at
the
any
Groucho
point.
Marx disguise include a body? Okay. It's still,
It's literally just glasses mustache.
okay.
But anyway, continue this.
I'm gonna roll,
Dave is probably looking at you like,
or kind of
Boss.
his one
Like,
eyes.
fuck,
Like he's just mentally going like, Dave, just like either disappear or let it happen. I'll just bring it back. Don't worry.
just let it happen. It's like, I'm going to take on.
I'm actually probably very confused right now because
That's
no one else.
probably your status.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to be attacking until I know what the fuck is going on. Which, given my intelligence, may be a while.
Dave sort of turned to you and was like, "Boss, you can
Mentally,
you can bring me back, but it's still gonna hurt."
Dave, my boy, just disappear real quick. Why don't you?
Which you can just do, can't
Yeah.
you? And yeah, you see
Leaving a necktie and all the stuff just like floating to the ground.
got invisible or actually just like out of existence.
Just like poofing out of existence.
Okay. Yeah. So these
Disapparating.
Yeah, disapparating, and essentially, this Groucho Marx glasses sort of and hit the
Or
ground.
monocle, really, I would think.
No, I'm pretty sure it's two lenses.
Yeah, it's two lenses.
It's like just in front of the big eye the whole time.
Yeah. So you saw a floating monster with 5 eyes, one bigger than the other 4, just disappear into the ether.
And leave behind some knickknacks.
I'm basically looking directly at you because you were standing next to him, or
Oh, no,
talking
he
to
was
him,
behind
or?
me.
Okay.
And I was not talking, I was using my mind powers.
Okay, so I don't necessarily know he's... Alright, okay, cool. So I wouldn't necessarily know he's yours. Well, you two walked out with him, so I'm just going to look at the two of you and go, I'm very confused right now.
That doesn't go away.
I like you.
Is something the matter, good sir?
You did see that thing as well, right?
Yes, he has a monster companion. It is very strange.
He's like, "Damn it, Rin."
We have been traveling together for some time. I've been meaning to ask why he has a gazer with him.
You don't even know what it's called.
You said it was a gazer, though.
Did I?
I'm pretty sure we talked about it.
Oh, okay.
You fucking didn't stop talking on the whole car ride.
Yeah, I was talking about the intricacies of driving a cart.
You should listen to the last episode. It's pretty good.
Anyway, it has been very nice to meet you. We need to be going. We have to end the evil that has afflicted this land. You understand?
I do. I've actually been set on a similar course.
That's very interesting. And Rin pushes by you and walks out the door.
As does Narlag. Like, seeing this happen, Narlag's just gonna go, well, hello,
At
good
no
sir.
point is Ulrich going to be put in a position of responsibility over these two.
Technically, I could just straight out... Because I have a reaction of anyone who's within 5 feet, I can just attack. Yeah,
Yeah.
whack.
Are you attacking me right? Are you
No.
attacking me right now?
He's got a
No,
whole shop-
I'm
he's got a
very
whole shop
confused.
thing.
I'm very confused. So I'm going to let you pass, and I'm going to stealthily follow you.
Oh Jesus! Roll that with a disadvantage then. 'Cause
Oh no,
that's-
I'm not even going to attempt to roll. There's no point.
Then Narlag's going back to his cart, where inside the cart, Dave reappears.
Okay.
Okay, I don't have detect evil or anything. I only have protection from evil.
Don't paladins have that as a
Actually,
standard
wait,
thing?
I might double check that.
You can sense it, right? There's a separate ability. It's not a spell; it's a thing that you can
Oh,
do.
okay, wait, let me double check.
I remember when my paladin could do that. I don't think it was a part of his college.
Yeah,
That'd be good, like, if you have that as a built-in ability, but yours is just jacked up all the way, so that just everything is evil all the time.
It's Robot Santa.
Uh,
There you go.
okay. Divine,
Yeah,
oh, wait.
so basically
yeah,
everyone's
divine
evil
sense.
except
Yeah,
that's what-
sorry,
yeah.
yeah. It's because it was. Yeah, I
Here,
wasn't
Dr.
looking-
Sobek,
yeah,
this is
okay.
for you. A pogo stick.
That's a pretty good toy bag.
I don't normally do a good one. Maybe
Well,
it's the
it's-
whole cold
so-
thing just got a little more nasal going on.
Ah, buffet. And I didn't bring my wallet.
It's free.
You can sense anything affected by a power spell or no. Oh, okay. So, but it's still. So, are these guys evil?
No.
No.
I'm neutral.
Oh dear.
You're true neutral.
I'm true neutral.
No and no. What about the gazer?
A gazer is chaotic evil, I think. No, lawful evil.
Or as I would say, evil
Neutral evil.
AF.
Neutral evil. Okay.
So we got a Republican, a Southerner, a capitalist, and a libertarian. and you all walked into a bar.
What's why you?
It's an academic.
Oh man, yeah, good question.
Essentialist.
East Coast liberal elite.
Well,
Oh,
on the
God, he
walkout,
is, yeah.
on the walkout, I'm going to divine sense them and
Yeah.
clearly not get anything.
Yep. This is before Dave. I love the fact that it's Dave. Anyway, reappears in the cart. So
Yeah, and you guys have a paladin not so subtly following you.
Sir, is there something the matter?
I'm very intrigued as to your quest.
Well, we are here to disrupt Strahd's operations and hopefully free this land from his influence.
And you need a gazer for that.
Anyone could have any number of reasons for wanting a gazer, sir, but I don't know why you're asking me.
Is he a pet?
I still don't understand your questioning, sir. I do not have a gazer around me, do I?
I understand they have some kind of working relationship. It's very strange.
I would
The
know
gazer
about the
refers to him
concept
as
of
boss.
familiars because I would have had wizard partners and things like that before. So I would know. I would at least be vaguely. I wouldn't know the particulars.
And druids,
but I would know that familiars exist.
druids and clerics also have like familiars spells.
normally familiars are of more natural creatures. They have something that is
Were there any
otherworldly.
Were there any warlocks in the army? In the Roman army?
I think if you're a paladin, the idea of paladins being like trained in fighting evil, you being aware of what warlocks do, sort of makes
I can
sense.
see that. I can see
Yeah.
that making sense. So.
Okay.
Like to look out for more than anything
Yeah.
else.
But he's not inherently evil, so
He's not evil. His familiar is, but the familiar is still subservient to you in the end.
Yeah, like he'll chase around small children and I can just whack him with a roll-up newspaper or something and get in line.
I mean, do you
There
want me
we
to
go.
do you want me to roll insight on this, or would I?
Oh, I'd
Roll
like you
again.
to do
I
that.
actually
yes,
have
please.
to do that if he's like acting up.
Oh wow! Oh wow! I'm rolling badly today, and wasn't it -1 on my insight?
Your insight's +2 because it's wisdom based.
Okay, well I got 1,
Okay. So you got to 3.
so I got to 3,
But you rolled a 1.
but I rolled a 1.
Yes, we've established that now.
Yeah. So
What were you trying to win?
more just. Okay, so yeah, I know what warlocks
You haven't
are.
detected that he's evil. You have knowledge of warlocks with their familiars.
Nothing sus here.
The fact that the familiar is evil isn't necessarily indicative of what he's.
It's going to be that horrible thorn in your side for quite some time.
Mm.
Like every time you trigger your detect good and evil or whatever detect evil ability, it's going to ping like a little radar
Yeah.
blip.
Well, that's
But
he
they're-
knows what type of evil it is.
The fact that they seem to be going against Strahd is very.
Oh, how's that going to line up with your code, Mr. Paladin,
Mm.
who has a code and an oath?
Actually, I've got to remember what that is.
Probably things like "suffer not the witch to live" and bits and pieces like that. So, you two are being followed by a stealth paladin.
I'm just assuming that we're headed towards, because we got some vague directions on where I can't remember the name of the place. He said the farmstead on the Abbey.
Yep, it's basically the gardens on the Abbey
Yeah.
of Saint Markovia.
It's actually fine because my oath is all about ruling and
Dominating.
and dominating. So and conquesting. So realistically,
He's going to try to have sex with them?
so
I'm not hearing enough.
the fact
I
that
mean, Narlik is technically genderless.
The best kind of genderless.
And at the moment, my sights are set on this land, not on them specifically.
Yeah.
So
Once you
that's-
rule the place, you can deal with the subjects.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
we can
fine.
work with that.
Yeah.
All right.
It actually probably works better than a lot of the other oaths.
We're really hammering the Republican metaphor, aren't we?
Better a Russian than a Democrat.
We'll put up with those, conservative Cubans until we rule this place. Then we will crush them.
So I think having a line on where the next step of the prophecy is, and that being the thread that Rin is following through here, he's just like walking out the door, headed in the direction of the Abbey, setting out.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm headed towards the Abbey that was from the prophecy. We got the tarot card reading. We got the tarot card reading last session.
Yeah. Okay. So in Garritel, there's a prophecy behind you, is there?
One of the kind fortune tellers gave us a prophecy of how we would go about defeating Strahd, and it seems like as good a thing as any for us to follow in this place.
I'm not one to typically believe in prophecy, but if anything, that should at least help disrupt his operations.
It is most curious. Apparently, she delivered the prophecy to a group of adventurers who perished a week ago here. So we will follow the same track that those perished adventurers were. Hopefully, we will do better.
Interesting.
I can guarantee we'll do better, because we have me.
Narrator's voice. They didn't.
Are you looking
have
for
no
any
leg or
help
didn't have-
in your endeavours? I'm sure an extra shield can always come in handy.
I wouldn't say no. I mean,
Pay's not good.
if you're willing to hang around a hobgoblin such as myself, I understand that paladins such as yourself might not necessarily want to do that.
Oh, what race you are, I don't care.
Oh,
Not racist.
Yeah, I treat everyone equally.
horrible.
I'm very much intrigued by also where you got this prophecy from.
Well, the Vestani seem to have their own fortune tellers.
Oh, it was a Vistani, was it? Okay. Adding them to my list. I've been doing some of my own investigation, and the townsfolk here are all very, well, weak would be one word, but they are ruled by a very. I haven't gathered his full nature yet, but I believe he is up to no good, and possibly in league with Strahd. I'm actually here for, sticking around here for the festival of whatever it was called.
Wasn't it Strahd that commissioned that festival?
Nope.
I thought Strahd was the Baron.
He is, but this would be by the Burgomaster.
Okay.
The Abbey is up in this cleared section of the mountains up here.
I just remember at some point Narlag is going to want to go and sell some booze to the bartender.
Okay.
Well, if you want to do that now, you better stop Rin, because he's leaving.
He's on a quest.
Well, I can just catch up.
Oh,
I
wait,
have-
sorry, what were you doing now again? You're going up to...
We're going east to
the-
Lake Bartok.
Well, near Lake Bartok, it's a village called Kretsk.
And what for?
A clue.
That is none of your concern, Mr. Paladin. And keeps walking.
Full information.
Should we do the trade now or later?
Might jump back over to Wayu for a little bit.
You got to make a case for why you want to join my party.
Well, I asked you, and you said it was okay. So,
Wayu,
Listening to audiobooks.
you've been at it for hours now, looking through, and after a little while, you start to actually roll perception.
That is lots. That's
Okay.
17 plus 8.
You start to notice
Jesus.
some of the lighting in the place starts to get a little bit brighter. Some of the bookshelves, which were just sort of wooden slats it's a very, very basic bookshelf. they start to get a little bit more like lattice work and filigrees and bits and pieces all added to it. Like the magnificence of this said mansion is increasing. And you start to just sort of hear like the odd whisper, like sounds of other people, like footsteps around in other, in corridors, beyond your vision. You start to get the sense that this is a bit more of a mansion.
No.
Yes.
Who's on first? Wait here a moment.
Okay.
And I go out and two things. Try to see if the magnificence is lessening the further away from No, and also checking out where the voices are coming from.
Okay, you step out the door that leads to sort of the central lobby hallway. What was before just like a long corridor where it had the like purple carpet running down the middle and like the rooms all the way along, broken up by pictures. It's now a lot broader. Like as you're looking across the hallway, it's expanded by probably a good 40-50 feet. So the other wall has shifted further away. In the center is a large statue water fountain that wasn't there before, with various different color liquids coming out of various spouts and then pooling into this sort of almost tie-dye kind of looking pool of like colors that they sort of swirl around and then come back up again and into newer colors. And you see not ghosts but sort of apparition style of people. There's a couple of people going around in sort of like full-on suits, like tuxedo style suits. A couple of them carrying like trays with silverware or tea sets and everything on it. And there's women in like the maid sort of outfit going on, just going between rooms, clearing bits and pieces up. But they're all shades of people.
Ghost Butler.
Ghost Butler.
Next April on NBC.
Ghost Butler.
Try calling out. See if any of them respond.
I just want to like, hey you there, or hello, or how would you choose to call out?
Hello.
Right behind your left ear you say, good morning, sir.
Ah!
And behind you is...
Prestidigitation to clean that up.
Right behind you is a gentleman, again, like tuxedo, like perfectly done bow tie, sort of like slightly tipping his chin forward. Is like, can I help you, sir?
Jeeves, right?
James, but...
I was so sure. Hello.
Hello again.
Head butler of this magnificent mansion?
Indeed, sir. Are you finding everything of your liking?
Yeah, look, no complaints so far.
Is a good master comfortable?
Is at the moment. Seems a little bit discombobulated. Are the house staff aware of this particular condition?
Being by the fact that I'm here again, I'm guessing that he's coming to then.
Okay, so we have persistent memory. It's going to make this conversation a lot easier.
I should probably, if you don't need anything, I should probably be along and prepare his chambers, because he's going to require a brief nap after regaining his wits.
Completely understand. A little bit tired myself. If you can spare a second bedroom, would be greatly appreciated.
Of course, sir. Would you like the third or fourth bedroom?
One is to conclude that the second bedroom is occupied.
That is Alphonse's room. It is quite magnificent.
Well,
that got very written.
I can guarantee you pretty much every ferret owner has a room for their ferret.
Yes.
Third bedroom will be fine. I would hate to displace
As you
the
wish,
ferret of the house.
It can get rather surly when disturbed.
Do you have memories of the master of the house losing himself previously? How often does this occur? The comings and the goings.
Oh, a few times every day.
Bugger.
His condition is time limited, but ongoing.
Can you speak to what exactly afflicts him?
Oh, he does.
Bugger.
When he does, we kind of go away.
Yeah, I got to imagine that isn't exactly pleasant for you and the rest of the house staff.
We know what happens. We have no concept of how long. We just know when the master starts to regain his wits that we can exist again.
All
But
right.
if you don't mind, sir, I should be along and get things in preparation because it shouldn't be too long before he. I won't talk of it. It's his own private matter.
Completely understand. Look, I'm quite keen to break whatever curse this is, even if it is self-inflicted. To me, this is a.
Sir, don't misunderstand me. This isn't a curse. This is protection for the good master
From what?
from himself, sir. But I feel I've said too much.
We'll speak later on this.
I would like that, but we'll see how things go. But I must be along. And he gives you a brief bow and wanders up along the causeway and heads off into a large ornate room, set of double doors off the side, the gilded doors, and opens them up and wanders in, and you can just hear a little bit of shuffling and bustling inside.
Where's the front door from here?
Off to your left,
Right.
downstairs.
Yeah. So nonchalantly start moving in that direction.
Okay.
Want to test a theory?
You get to the door and start to try and open it, and you hear from behind you, it's like, "My friend, we're not planning to say goodbye." This is No standing on the upper level, sort of leaning over the banister, and is like, "I had another drink poured for you already.
Oh no.
I feel like my head is clearing already.
No. Just stepping out for a bit. Your fancy little butler boy has popped up and is readying your room for you. I thought
James
you'd be.
James is back, is he?
James,
He's back.
yes, that was his name.
I understood he was off to market.
No. He was going to prepare your room for you. It seems they've been away for a while, and things may have let slip a little bit.
I said he was off to market.
Sorry, what?
I forget your name.
You know what? Don't remember. Let's just do this again. Why you? Why you little? No relation.
I just want to do the obvious bit there, but I'm not going to. There's already enough wordplay with names going on. Why you little? Okay. That should be enough for you to be able to get back inside then.
Good to know. No. Reminds me, didn't actually catch your name the first time.
I do believe I haven't been able to tell you.
How you feeling now?
Foggy?
It's better than no.
Yeah.
Foggy it is.
That is definitely not my name. I do like this no nickname we've got going on, but I know that's not my name as well.
No. Take a couple of steps to the side and have a look on the one of the plates, on one of the paintings.
Okay.
How's that looking?
Roll investigation.
18.
18. The text is beginning to come in a little more focus. You start to sort of make out a couple of little letters in there. There's a K sort of forming in part of it. There's an I. And some of these letters start like shifting around a little bit and trying to. It's kind of like a bit of a jumble sort of deal.
Is it
going.
Kim? Is it Little Kim?
Is
He's
But
laughing, but it's going to wind up being Little Kim. I called it. I just ruined his whole thing.
the entire plot point gone. It's Little Kim. No.
Oh god, it's Davenport.
Oh wow, this plot line is pretty much Davenport, isn't it?
Davenport.
Except the one thing you can't remember is his name.
Oh wow, inverted Davenport. You pulled an inverted Davenport.
Porton Dav?
I'm Davenport.
Davenport. Oh god, that bit gets me every time. That's
Yep.
fucking horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. All right. How long do you keep staring at this?
If it's moving and looks like it's starting to form, like a while, willing to hang on and see where this is going.
are you? Because you're sort of looking at one of the paintings that are sort of below the walkway that he's standing on. I was like, what you looking at there? Why are you?
I believe it may be your name.
Oh. And he vaults over the banister and lands softly on the ground level. And
He
so
does have featherfall.
Damn, dude.
He
The hell kind of ranger are you?
Good job, Tropnadev.
You work that out.
what?
Oh, Tropnever.
How long were you spending on that?
Like half a second?
You were quiet for a while there.
Yeah, because there's a website that does it for me and my phone can't type for shit.
Oh, right.
I miss this. What's
The reverse.
Reverse of Davenport is Tropnever.
He spent time on that. He spent some of his hard-earned data to do that bit.
It's not my hard-earned data. My mum still pays for it.
Oh my god.
Hey, I am getting.
You're married.
My mum voluntarily does this.
Also, if you were smart, you'd just be using the wireless.
Like seriously, my mum just voluntarily gives me stuff for no reason at all, because she's awesome.
Yeah. Mums do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, he starts peering over and is looking at the painting, and it's a picture of him. It's got like a grand staff in his hands, and he's sort of floating through clouds. There's sort of almost Mary Poppinsing.
Yeah.
That is a verb now.
Sure.
It's Mary Poppins, y'all?
And his brilliant robes are sort of just like gliding behind, trailing behind him, and it's still covering the front of him. It's not. It's not severely Renaissance.
He's not Hugh Hefner.
Sorry.
He's not Hugh Hefnering it.
Oh, he could be Hugh Hefner again. Anyway, no, he's not doing that. And he's like, ooh, and he's like peering, trying to look at this plaque. He's like, ooh, I see an M coming in. This is exciting. Wonder who it's going to be.
Pull like one hand up and block it. Like, come on. Any guesses? Any guesses?
And he's like,
There's an M. There's an I. There's a K.
maybe a D.
Oh yeah, D. Yeah. There's a D.
There's D.
Fucking children.
I said he was still fully robed. And yeah, a D does form in.
Promised myself I wasn't going to laugh at that.
So, what are
D&T
you
Ds.
focusing on the nameplate?
Yep.
And he's sort of leaning sort of over your shoulder, but is mostly behind you apart from lately. He's almost like ear to you, sort of peering over your shoulder. And the rest of the letters start to sort of form in and slowly start to actually become a name. And it is Mordekainen.
Nice.
Jaw drops.
Because you recognise that name.
Yeah.
I think everyone in the room probably recognises that name just outside of this, but you definitely recognise it because a good portion. There's an entire wing in the library you were in not a day ago, named after this guy. He's big in the wizarding world.
It's kind of a big deal.
He is kind of a big deal.
Damn. Lord of Spells.
There's bloody.
Ooh, what is
Yep.
it there?
Was it Lily?
Isn't the mansion spell Mordecai's mansion? Yeah. So you're in his mansion.
Yep. And as
Literally his mansion.
as that name sort of fully forms, the rest of the mansion basically enlivens. Like, it is bustling with fully corporeal servants going which way and whatever. There are magnificent creatures around the place. Alphonse is just like darting everywhere, like absolutely thrilled. This place is alive. Think sort of
The Under Beauty and
it's-
the Beast.
He's
I
got
was going to go a Harry Potter angle, but yeah, that kind of works as well.
he's got 4 spells named after him.
Yeah. Well, he named them. He has a bit of an ego.
This is my faithful. It's cut off in the thing. I can't read what the rest of it says.
What so?
It's my faithful watchdog.
Faithful hound.
Maybe I shouldn't have done this bit because I had the whole thing over.
Because I've got it right here as well. Funnily enough, he's only got 2 of his own spells, of his own name spells prepared in this list.
He seems quite forgetful.
Can I just say, according to the official law, his toenails are venerated.
Ew.
Okay.
What you got to do is you got to soak him in hot Epsom salts. Fixes that right up.
Athletes have
You like-
feet named after him. His toenails. Well,
You like figure this out. You're like, can I get your autograph?
Can I get your
Can I have a toenail?
Can you sign my spell book?
but yeah, you get your feeling that
That's over
No, or the wizard formerly known as No, is standing sort of bolt upright behind you, like his posture has changed. Hello.
Trying to figure out a joke. The wizard formerly known as No, like the symbol for that would be like a weird arcane rune.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, let's face it, Princess Sing was pretty much a weird arcane rune.
Yeah.
Rune. With purple rain.
Spoon.
If he's behind me, like take like 3 or 4 awkward steps directly forwards, and then just like
Well, that puts
rotate.
you like straight into the wall.
Well, yeah.
Head first into a portrait.
okay.
Because you're like this, look at the portrait, and 3 or 4 steps just puts you into the next room through a brick wall.
I'm sure I have a spell for that. Walk through wall. Well, then take like as much of a step forward as I can, and just like awkwardly rotate on an axis until I am turning around and staring at like the only wizard that I know the name of.
Oh yeah, and yeah, his facial hair before was, it was tidy, but it wasn't like the neat lines that he's got going on now. His shaven head is glistening like it's been polished. His robes that were sort of fairly busted up are pristine, like gleaming. Even your prestidigitation you did on before to clean it up did a pretty good job. These are like fresh from the tailor.
A man that looks after himself. I like it.
But the part that roll inside actually.
It's actually
20
started.
total.
20 total. The inquisitive and sort of pleasant character that was No is gone. This guy is stern
A douche.
and
Ming the Merciless looking motherfucker.
He looks pretty Grand Vizier in the picture.
he's is
It's on the cover of one of the books.
well, he's got an entire book named after him. Mordecai's Tale of Foes.
He looks like Ming the Merciless.
Yeah. He looks like he has the weight of hundreds of years of experiences weighing on him. Like there is loss and failure and disaster in his past that is showing on his face now.
Yeah, because there are only
Despite-
4 official spells named after him, but he had a whole bunch of failed spells.
Well, it's like 9 now.
But there's
Mordecai's reach around.
it's basically the Kama Sutra of
Yeah.
of spell books,
Mordenkainen's back scratcher.
which is not for that itch.
Just a variant of the reach around.
And he looks at you as like, Acolyte, why are you? I must be gone. And walks straight for this set of stairs, heading up to his room.
Big fan.
He makes no response to that. And he is walking with absolute purpose up the stairs along the top. And you hear...
I'm following.
And so how closely following behind?
Let's say like 20 feet. I don't want to get too close. I'm not like letting him out of my sight, but I don't want to be like too close. There's a little bit of hero worship going on here.
He makes it to those large gilded doors, the double doors that is the bedroom that James was preparing for him, and slams the doors open. And you just hear from inside is like, James is like, "Ooh, Master Mordecai, you're with us a little bit early. I'm sorry I haven't prepared." And he's like, "Get out, fool!" And James scutters out of the room and then is like, bowing, closes the door behind him, and sort of stands there in front of the doors, just back to the doors, standing stoically, doing his service in front of the door.
I don't think he's going to be friendly anymore.
And he sees you approaching and is like,
I don't
Master,
think
why are you?
I don't think he's going to get you that drink that he made you.
The Sir will be taking his his rest now, and well, you'll know when he's fully rested because, well, I won't be here.
I mean, never meet your heroes. I have to know. I have to understand. You don't. Maybe you do. What he is. What he's been to the world, to all worlds. Can I roll a history, like lore-wise? What the hell? Do I even need to? Like,
Oh no.
no.
This
What-
one
what-
here is he is the poster child of every. He is the pinnacle of achievement.
Like
He has travelled into Planar. He's
Harry fucking Potter.
he's Harry Potter of this world.
he's the Michael Jordan of Magics.
Yeah, that's probably a better comparison. He's this
Wow.
Yeah,
Like-
he went off to buy a shitty baseball team, and then it just went all to hell after that.
guy.
Grew a Hitler mustache for some reason.
Yeah,
He's Magic Johnson.
No,
Okay.
it's good. Right, leave,
So, yeah.
leaving that one.
But yeah, you know Mordenkainen. You know all the sort of almost mythic level stories that you've heard, and mixed in amongst a lot of the flowered storytelling is a lot of truth. Like his travels are real travels. They're not just fables.
What had happened to him? As far as I know what's happened, I know where he's actually been, but as far as what people were aware of, had he died? As far as anyone knew.
Oh, he led a good many people to their deaths, and that destroyed him.
Oh, this is James. This
Yeah,
was
James-
yeah.
James
this,
is talking-
I was asking. I
Oh,
was
no,
asking.
sorry.
Yeah.
This is James like answering to that is like he led a party to their deaths, trying to take on a vampire lord by the name of Strahd. Quite a powerful one, from all understandings.
Okay.
And they all died, every single one. And the master was not the same since. He came back soaking wet, cut to hell by all sorts of bludgeoning and scrapes. He stormed in here, stormed into his library, and then I disappeared. We all disappeared. We come back every now and then. I'm not entirely sure how long, but we come back. And then go away again. I imagine that'll be happening again quite soon, so.
He's doing this to himself and can't maintain it?
I can only assume this, whatever he's casting on himself, only has a limited duration.
yeah. If it lasts longer than 4 hours, you should probably see a doctor.
Nice.
Because it's Alzheimer's. I'd like to jump back to the other guys while you're outside Mordekainen's magnificent bedroom.
What's the inside of his bedroom like?
Magical.
Both.
Have a magical day.
Both
Right.
when he's Mordekainen and when he's no. Because I would only assume they'd be very different.
I imagine so. Everything about this mansion is different when
Yeah,
Mordekainen gets
and
his
everything there is called Mordecai's magical something. So yeah.
Mordenkaisen's magical sex wing.
Yeah.
My
Mordekainen's
sex switch
magical
first.
red room.
Mordekainen's magical hairbrush. Mordekainen's magical beard oil.
Yeah.
Mordekainen's
He
magical.
asked what was in the bedroom.
Mordekainen's magical.
Bed. Fucking end table. Lamp.
Nah.
No, okay.
Nah.
Linen drawer.
Nah, he don't swing that way.
An actual Davenport. That's a bedroom furniture thing.
Do you want to play fucking D&D or what? What are we doing here?
No, we're naming 20 things you can find in the bedroom. Survey says.
No sex wing. Well, this is embarrassing.
Okay, so back to the group of stealth.
So stealthy.
Going by the map, you're heading westwards.
Westwards.
The abbey is on a hill above a town called Kretz. That's a hard one to say. Which is just off the old Starvik road.
Svalik.
Svalik.
And sort of the hill overlooks the lake that I mentioned before. It's going to take you a little bit if you're heading on foot, which is I think you've head off on foot. Assuming you're going to get
I have a wagon.
you have a wagon.
Why
Oh,
would I
my
walk?
Steve.
You've got a steed. You're walking, which you can do quite quickly.
I was
now.
about to say he's a monk, isn't he?
He
So
is. He's
you're
a monk. He's
probably-
also got a long strider on a staff.
Yeah, so you're probably walking just as quickly as.
I have a 45-foot speed.
That can
Is that
make-
all?
That can get better.
Why? What's your speed, huh?
On his horse, it's
No, I
60.
thought for monks, didn't it get up to like 60 or something like that? Like,
It does
you could-
eventually.
Yeah.
I've got plus 15 at this level.
Okay.
Pretty good. Shut up.
You can fly.
I can fly.
Nice.
But if you're like rattling the cart alongside next to me, I'll like climb on if we're all journeying together. I don't know. If you're following along behind me, then I'll like okay.
Avrot's begin. Sorry. No,
Ah!
Hey.
Avrod is a corpse.
No, Avrod is no longer a corpse. Avrod is ashes.
And that's what we learned about the decomposition of a body.
This is the spin-off story, Avrot's Ashes.
Didn't last more than one episode.
Didn't last half an episode. Narlag begins discussing the intricacies of grooming horses.
Are you just following along behind the cart, or you?
Or next to, whatever. I like next to is the biggest, like whitest steed. Like essentially, like even I need to like tippy toe up onto this thing to get onto this horse because it's huge.
Because it's so shiny, Narlag just prestidigitates some black sunglasses on.
Style.
We seem to have accumulated quite a party.
I don't believe we have any streamers, though.
Womp womp.
That is not getting truncated on silence. That is saying the entire length of silence. No
Yeah.
editing required.
Yeah.
Well done.
Feel free to foley over the womp womp with just a slide whistle noise. Though.
Well, like, we're all aware. Every single character I make has the flaw, loves puns.
I don't think it's any
Yeah.
I don't think it's a character thing. I think it's a you thing.
Yeah. Even my horse looks away from that one. It's just like,
Your horse does have decent intelligence.
And it can understand the language he chooses.
yeah.
Is it yours? Because that would have been a good choice not to do that. Anyway, is anyone keeping an eye on the road?
Presumably yes.
Presumably yes, or actually yes.
Actually yes, given he's driving a cart.
He's
Oh,
not
to
texting
ride,
or anything.
is it
if that's what
animal
you're
handling,
asking.
or is it just like?
Animal handling is riding.
Okay.
Okay, just trotting along doesn't really require a
Yeah.
roll. If you're going to do some like
Well, unfortunately, animal handling is a wisdom thing, and
The
so
way-
it's -1 for me. But
The way
I'm
your
hoping my
fine steed horse works anyway, you're like mentally connected to
Yeah,
it,
I'm
so you
hoping
don't have
my
to worry
horse
about
does
that
most
shit.
of the work for me anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah.
it was only if you had just like rather than like your mental link, like if you just went on a normal horse and you wanted to go and make it jump a
Yeah,
fence,
then-
then I get you to do an animal handling. Otherwise, I'm not going to make you animal handle just for riding along it.
On the plus side, my athletics is +6.
Neat.
Nice.
So you can almost outrun your horse. Anyway, roll me that d20.
Yeah. Fuck yes.
20.
For random encounters, that's a bad roll.
I thought it was perception.
Okay, roll me a d12 and a d8.
D12.
We're gonna fight a thing.
Yay!
Ooh, I get to
5 and a
draw
7.
out my new-
The total is 12.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Oh god.
That's a nice little test.
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. What are you talking about?
Everything's fine. How about you?
Ryan's smiling. There's nothing wrong when the DM's smiling.
There's everything
it's-
wrong with the DM smiles.
It's fine. Don't stress.
Be a pussy.
If I know anything about DMing, it's that it's always bad when the DM smiles.
That's a fact.
It's a fact.
Okay, I'm not correct with that. I'm just going to have your old names in there just so I can keep track of it.
My character's name is Rin.
I know, I've got on this app, I've got to go through and actually rename all everyone's. We'll put everyone's new characters in. But okay, as you're riding along, you hear the sound of like paws like hitting the ground at a decent rate, and one large wolf bolts out of the underbrush on the left hand side and sort of tries to go for the neck of your draft horse.
Damn.
Misses, but scoots underneath, and then you are noticeably surrounded by dire wolves.
Goody.
Roll in for initiative, please. Not great.
I got a 4.
Oh shit!
4.
I got a 7.
We gonna die.
12.
I got a +5
Where
initiative.
are you, Wade?
Well, it's been great, guys.
Why are you not here?
That was the joke I was going to try and do before, but I thought it was too fucking obvious.
It turns
Okay.
out it was.
Yeah, it turns out it exactly was. Okay. The wolf that went for your horse circles back around and then basically tries to leap at the Dragonborn on the back of his horse. No, that's not going to hit because you've got an AC of 21. Actually, would you be riding with your shield out?
Of course I have. I've got my shield on me pretty much. I'd nearly sleep with that thing.
That's weird.
Yeah.
There's an intimate connection between a paladin and
What
a
is the
shield.
shield you have anyway?
Well, he
It's
actually
good.
gave me a
Is it the same
an
one that
animated
you had?
shield.
No.
Oh,
A what?
Animated shield.
It's The Simpsons.
You can
No, it's just like the
you can get
animated
rid
versions of the show The Shield. The animated.
wait, the show.
It's like a bald
the
guy.
show
It's a bald
The
guy,
Shield
yeah.
Or the show The Shield.
Wait, is there two different things?
I don't know.
Agents of Shield.
I know of Agents of Shield. I don't know of the other.
The
two
Shield was
options.
like a cop
Shield,
show,
yeah, it was a
if I
cop show with that the guy
Right.
who eventually went to play the thing.
The thing in
Yeah.
in the first of the Fantastic Four
Yeah.
movies, or the more slightly more recent Fantastic Four.
No, it
movies.
was the older ones.
Yeah, but I think there was ones back in like the 60s, was there not?
There's one in the 80s.
Oh, well,
80s?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright.
So not the first one. Anyway,
So it's those
That
two shows,
is-
and he can just flick back and forth between them. Like when the commercials come on one channel, he flicks over to the other. It's a pretty good shield.
Yeah.
okay. The second one is going to have a crack at you.
I'm on a cart.
You are on a cart.
It leapt at me.
That's not going to do it either, because that's only going to be a 12 total. Pretty sure you've got more than 12 AC.
I got an 18 AC.
Third one's going to go for you.
Nuts.
Aww. What is your AC?
Yeah, so it's 13 plus 2, so it's 15, I think.
Oh, I actually hit something.
Yay!
Good job.
Oh, I feel like I've been picked on. Take 12 damage.
Ow.
Piercing damage, if that helps.
Ow.
You got,
And
more,
then-
you got more by wolves.
Then do a strength save.
Got bit by a
How
dog
much damage
too.
was it? 12?
12.
Alright, cool.
Then a strength saving throw, if you please.
Glaive is two-handed.
I am not very good at strength saving throws. I'm better than Averett at strength saving throws. 14.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yay.
The fourth one is going to go for the legs on your draft horse.
No.
Yes, that's for a horse.
No.
Yes, that's for a horse.
Probably in the book.
It is in the book.
Oh, it should be in the book. Should be in the book.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
should, probably,
there's a bunch of stats in the book.
we should probably check the book.
If you don't have stats for that one, I'm sure there's some other stats that you could just, there's numbers all through that book.
Bestiary draft horse.
Can't help but notice you're on the computer. You're not actually looking at a book.
On class 10. 19.
Misses the horse, because I rolled a 2.
What kind of fucking wolves are these?
Apparently fucking shit ones. Okay.
So they're
first
the
up-
ones from Game of Thrones then, because they all die.
Not all of them.
Spoilers.
Well, pretty much.
There's like one.
Ghost is alive.
Which was
It wasn't in the last
Well,
fucking season.
Yeah, but I mean, what's
Wait,
half
which
the
one's
characters?
Jon Snow's one.
No, it died.
When did that one die?
When they attacked John.
No, it didn't.
No.
It
Ghost
brought him
is alive.
back.
And the one that was
It fucking brought him back.
Arya.
Arya's one.
Yeah, Arya's one survived.
Yeah, that was
Nymeria.
like
Nymeria, that's one.
She's like the Wolf King now. That
Yeah.
cool.
King of all wolves.
But most of the other ones are done, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Lady's dead. Shaggy Dog's dead.
Winter.
Summer.
Scooby Doo.
And Grey
Raggy?
Wind. Grey Wind.
Clifford.
Grey Wind got fucked up in front of Arya. Anyway, let's go back to a more interesting
There's
fantasy
some more
setting.
dead dogs.
First up is Ulrich.
Okay, so
Smite them like you were born to. I'm gonna say that every fucking fight, by the way.
yeah,
Hold on, hold
I
on.
don't doubt it.
No. Oh, I just got it.
Are any of these wolves in a line away from me?
Why would you possibly be on
Yes. But on that same line are two of your travelling comrades and a horse.
You guys could take lightning, can't you?
Jesus fuck.
No.
This is what I did with my Dragonborn in the game. Line them up. You can dodge fire, can't you? No! Cool.
That's a shame. Anyway,
I don't even know why I was asking.
Okay, so
Another time I just sort of went the whole like, I'm gonna sneeze.
okay, so divine. Oh wait, so channel. Is it channel? No, where is it?
Oh, damn.
I'm going to conquering presence.
Uh-huh.
How many wolves are within 30 feet?
I would say all of them.
how many
Then-
wolves are there?
4.
Then they're all rolling a wisdom saving throw against DC 14.
Wolves
Wisdom
are very
is not
good
bad.
at wisdom saving throws.
They're actually not too bad.
They have wolf knowledge.
I'll do...
Wolf wisdom.
What was the AC, sorry? That was the DC?
Wolf wisdom.
14.
14, first one.
Wolf wisdom.
Second
Yeah,
one
unfortunately, conquering
Third one
presence
passes.
isn't overly.
They all pass.
Nah, fuck.
Any fucking wolves.
They got
Yeah.
+1. And then I didn't roll anything less than a 14 on those fucking
They're
dice.
wiser than the paladin.
Why is
Then I'm going to get off my horse.
Okay.
You're not doing mounted combat?
I could, but I prefer. Like, the weapon I prefer to use isn't that. Like, it's a glaive. No, sorry, no, my glaive. No, my Morningstar, and my Morningstar doesn't have that much reach.
But you
And
just
the
have-
glaive requires me to not use my shield, so.
But you have a shield of animation.
Yeah, although it doesn't actually say in the thing whether or not you need a long rest to use it again. I assume that's the case. So you can use it,
It's just a... As I understand, it is just a spoken word like a...
and it lasts for a minute. So after that 1 minute, I can just do it again.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, okay. I just assumed I could only
It's
use it once a day.
A good shield.
Well, in that case, then, fucking hell, I'll just use that as an animate. Yeah, I'm going to animate my shield and get up my glaive and attack the
Yeah.
fucking
While
thing.
holding the shield, you speak the command word as a bonus action to cause it to animate. The shield leaps into the air and hovers in your space to protect you as if you were wielding it, leaving your hands free. The shield remains animated for 1 minute until you use a bonus action to end the effect, or you are incapacitated or die.
That's a very good shield.
See, I read that
At
and
which
went,
point
oh,
the
I
shield falls to the ground or into your hand if you have one free.
Yeah, I just assumed that I could only use it once
You need to wait 10
once
heartbeats.
per rest. But if there's no, then fucking hell, I'll animate.
no timing.
Then I'm animated. And
It's just like each
getting
time
out
it's
my
going
glaive.
to require a bonus action to do it again.
Then I'm getting up my glaive and animating
Friends
it.
of checking your pulse. to see
Is
what
that-
heartbeat is.
I assume that's one action to animate it and get out the glaive.
Yeah.
But I can't attack.
No, it'll be a bonus action to do it, and it would normally be the bonus action to do a switch into another weapon ready to go. Because you already had your Morningstar drawn, didn't you? Unless you want to
well,
just
no, I mean,
drop, if you want to just drop the Morningstar.
well, no,
and-
because they attacked. We haven't had a reaction until
Okay,
now.
yeah,
So
yeah.
my weapons would have been away. I would have had my shield kind of on.
you got enough time to then animate, grab your weapon,
Okay.
and you can attack. If you
And
want.
attack.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Was,
then
what was the your presence though? Was that a bonus action as well?
Oh, that was a standard action. So
Oh, so you won't be able to attack.
yeah,
That,
okay.
that's your.
But I can get out my weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Then, yeah, then I'm ready.
I would like to know.
So
what your
basically, I yell.
I though would like.
Yeah.
That would said. I would like to know what your command word is. There'll be a quiz on it next session.
Cocoa
When you
magic
wanna-
shield.
When you want to do this again and forget what the command word is.
Animate.
You're a simple man with a simple plan.
yeah.
Simple dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Next up then is. I nearly said Thedrum because that's the name I got written here. Rin.
My name's Ren.
Oh, actually, it should be clobbering time to go with the.
To go with the whole thing with yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You could do that. But anyway.
So Rin sort of like dodges back slightly, having been snapped at by a wolf.
Yep.
Spins his staff in his hand,
Yep.
brings it round like a baseball bat swing into that wolf.
Yep.
Combat. What's my actions? There we go. Plus 10. 22
22, that definitely hits.
It's a D8. 15 damage.
With a D8? Oh, wow.
That's plus 7.
Jesus. 15, was it? Okay. Okay.
And then carries that momentum around, spins around completely, and smacks him again with the staff.
Just basically fucking whirlwinding him.
15.
Yep.
9.
Okay. This wolf was taking like 2 cracks across the chins, basically. Like the bottom jaw is like crooked, slightly. There's blood coming out one side of it.
And I will spend a key point to do a
You got 8 key points. Holy shit, you're on the level, aren't you?
flurry of blows.
Alright, there's another 2 hits.
2 hits. So that is 15 again.
Yep.
It's a D6
This is
plus
like
5.
thock, 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 thock.
It's 10.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to smack him with that one. So, sorry, he's going to...
Yeah, flurry of blows is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You end up with so many attacks.
Monks just have punches, so let them have a lot of them.
This is going to be a... where is
Yeah, my conquering presence is good, but it's got a very low.
It's got to make a
DC, so-
strength saving throw.
but they become fine for a minute.
DC,
14.
I fail by 1.
I smack it back.
Alright, that went 10 feet.
Gets pushed up to 15 feet.
Up to.
Is it still alive?
Barely.
Uh,
It's prone, I'm guessing, at this point.
No, that's just pushed.
Okay.
I should have proned it first. I could have... It's a dex saving throw. Okay. The last one, I will punch the wolf that's attacked him, because I'm
Yep.
guessing I pushed one away, and I'm...
Yep.
That's a hit as well.
Yep.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Damn.
Alright. Nalag.
So
Yes.
Dave
Why
can't-
are you smiling like this?
Dave comes out of the cart very quickly. He's
Yep.
sort of just hovering in the air.
Yep.
He looks at the one that hit Narlag, and he's going to shoot him with some eye rays.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are they a cone thing or are they a single target thing?
single target.
Okay, because that could be interesting.
Yeah, no. I can summon one that has a cone.
Please don't. Well, or do. It would be interesting to have like area of effect
I'm
weapons
gonna-
kill you again.
I'm not going to waste a stored spell. Alright, so he shoots at the one that attacked him, a frost ray and a telekinesis ray. DC 12 on both.
Oh, how far apart are the? Am I to the cart?
You're probably about 10 feet away from the cart, just from your riding position.
Okay, because my aura only goes 10 feet. So
These guys will be just good at it. So. Is they what constitution is it or
One of them is dexterity and the other one's strength.
the dex one? I got a total of 13,
Yeah, it passes.
and the other one that's a natural 1, so that one's not going to do much.
So he just gets moved 30 feet away from me.
All right, so he's 30 feet away from you.
Cool. And now Narlag is going to cast Hex on it, and then shoot it twice with Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
Just natural 5. Don't think that's going to hit unless it's 5 plus 7, 12.
No, not quite.
7 plus 7, 14.
That hits just.
Excellent. So that's 1d10 plus 1d6. 10 damage.
Is there any bonusing from the hex, or is that? Oh, that's the D6 save.
Yeah,
isn't it? Okay. Oh, you had the other fun stuff you could do with Leland with hex. All right.
Punching wolves.
Punching wolves.
Pushing him away.
I
The-
imagine the one that I pushed away, it was like a sweeping upwards kick, and went,
Yeah, nice. Then do the whole backflip and kick it off in the distance.
yeah.
All right. That wolf sort of like takes off and starts running off to the right, sort of round to the rear of the cart. The one that you knocked back is you've dismounted, right? So you're sort of between your.
no.
you're
If
still-
I can animate my shield, then I'm staying up there. There's no
Fair
reason
enough.
not to.
The one that you knocked back is going to charge straight at you. Let's see if you can get him. No, that's only an 18.
If it comes within 10 feet of him, he can just attack it.
Can do.
Well, actually, I think only if it's going for something else other than. Is it going for my horse or for me?
Went for you. It's like jumping at you, trying to like grab it like your legs and bits and pieces that are over the edge of the horse.
Because wait, where is it? Features.
I think with mounted combat, if you go to attack them, there's like you roll to see whether you hit them or the horse.
Oh, I'll probably have to have a look at that before next session, I think. Since there's a couple of horses involved now.
Creatures provoke attack opportunities even if they take the disengage action. The creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you. You can use your reaction to... Yeah, so it's still me,
Yeah,
so
okay.
it's fine. I
Okay.
missed anyway.
The other two are going... One's going after Dave.
The one that was attacking the
in the air.
horse.
How high?
Like 10 feet.
One's going to go for Dave and try and, like... I'm
They're
going to go
dire
for...
wolves, so they're pretty big.
They're a decent size.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see...
You
I'm
oughta
going
jump
to
at
try for a good decent jump. No. It's basically like runs and like bound off one of the wagon wheels and tried to like snap at him, but like fallen like 3 or 4 feet short of him and just sort of like rolling forwards and like tumbles forward. I rolled a 1. So it is now prone in front of the cart.
Fucking moon.
Yeah, that was Moon. The other one, the last one, is going to basically just go for you.
Alright.
Is this dice just made of fucking ones?
Hey, might have been rolling that bad.
Alright.
Ryan doesn't realise I secretly replaced his dice with ones.
So, Ulrich.
It's the Keystone Cops of Wolves here.
Okay, so...
Switch our dice. This fucking...
where are
They're
we?
just dice, Ryan. They're just dice.
I am going to glaive... So there are 2 on me right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to...
No. Yes. Wait.
Yeah, because one was already attacking me and then one came from somewhere else to attack me.
The one that attacked Mitch just then was the one that was on him before.
You probably got an attack of opportunity if you like on that one there.
Oh, then yeah, fuck yeah. Fucking hell. Wait, that's what's my 2 attack?
Can't cut and hitting things. You should be able to do this.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find...
Sir Smacks a lot. We're going with Sir Smacks
Well,
a
I got
lot.
9, but I'm just trying to figure out what my bonus is.
I'm
It
going to
should
say it's
be-
probably better than 5.
Wait, where's the...
This would be the glaive.
Yeah. Where does it say what the bonus is?
Actions. Glaive. +6.
Oh, +6. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course, yeah, sorry. Yeah, so, 50, yeah.
Yep.
I don't think glaive is a
15.
real word. That sounds like Professor Frink to me.
So that's to attack the one that's...
Glaven.
That was my
Glaven.
bonus action from last round.
Sorry?
That was my bonus action from last
This is your reaction.
Oh, sorry, my
Your
reaction. Yeah, yeah.
Your reaction
So,
last round. So you've...
one
which gets
D10
refreshed
plus-
at the beginning of your turn anyway. But...
Yeah, so 1d10 plus 3.
Oh boy.
6 all up. So not much. But
Alright. Now it's your actual turn as well.
Okay.
So your reaction
So-
is now back.
yeah, so I've
My
got...
one is Scarred Wolf.
Does 11 hit,
No.
No.
but 18
That's really
does.
dark. I'm struggling to find the case. Sorry?
18 does?
18 definitely does.
Cool, so one of them hit. I've got 2 attacks. 12 damage. And I'm going to...
Oh, that's really...
P's moon, W's moon.
Oh.
So 12 damage.
12 damage? Yep. And that was the one that you just did the other strike on, or was this one that was on you? The reaction strike?
Well, there's only one on me
This is
now.
the one on you.
Yeah, so... I'm going to... Yeah, so if you take the attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to try and shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield.
Shove.
Yep.
So I'm going to shove it prone.
Okay, yep. It is prone.
Don't,
You have to roll for that?
yeah, do I have to roll for that or something? Or, like... I don't know.
Shove would be...
It's like a contest of strength.
Yeah,
right?
you get to do strength or athletics, and I have to contest with my strength.
Then,
Athletics or...
If it's athletics...
No,
yeah,
that's grappling. It's just strength.
It's just strength, yeah.
Just,
I was going to say, because it was athletics.
Just athletics.
Yeah.
So it is athletics?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I think I can resist with acrobatics if I want
No, it's only grappling.
to. Okay.
13.
Yeah, you beat me, so he's prone.
Cool.
Pushing wolves.
Which means he has no defense.
Well,
Well,
It's
yeah,
you have
he's-
advantage.
Yeah, I have advantage. Yeah, that's right, advantage. Sorry, yeah.
So right now there is a wolf that's attacking Hyum.
Yep.
So I'm next to him on the car.
Yeah.
Rear up with my staff, sort of like do a downward stab with it like that.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Just as an aside, if it got hit by me when it was running away, its movement goes to 0.
Okay.
So it would be next to me.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would have been an option. Okay.
So it didn't.
Sorry.
It's all fairly close anyway. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 19.
Yep.
13 damage,
All right.
and then I'll smack it twice.
Yeah. Where is it?
14. That's a miss on the second one.
40 hits.
14 hits. Okay. I rolled 15s last time. So. 12.
12 damage.
Yeah.
All right. It is looking pretty bad off.
And then I will spend a key again.
Hit it another couple of times.
Flurry it. It's going to be a miss. Whiffs in the air. That one's going to hit.
Yep.
11 damage.
Oh yeah. That one is pasted.
I was going to do a thing with him.
Was it kill it?
Huh?
Was it kill it?
I was going to knock it down.
Well, it's
Punched
down.
I punched a wolf in the head.
I punched a wolf.
Yeah, you essentially slam. Is this all done with your quarter stuff, or some of this?
No,
stuff?
the flurry of blows have to be unarmed.
Okay, that one there, you quarter staff behind you, and you just slam your fist down the top of its skull, and which, yeah, it
Covered
was
in bits of fur and gore.
There we go.
Yeah.
Gross.
Gross.
Nalag.
Is the one that I hexed still alive?
Yes.
Alright. 2 shots of Eldritch Blast at it. So that is an 18 plus 7 and 11 plus 7.
It's not anymore.
How much health did it have?
It was 18 plus. How much was it?
That's just a hit.
Oh, that was a hit, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, they definitely hit.
So it's a minimum of 4 damage, but
Okay, then roll them both.
so 1. 10 damage on the first one. And 13 damage on the second one. It's dead.
Yeah, because I think that's totals more than I thought you said before. So yeah, it's dead. You can transfer hex.
Yeah,
can you not?
hex with my bonus action. Transfers.
Which will be the transferring to the one that's on Dragonbat, I think.
Is that the only one left?
The other one's behind the cart currently.
Fair enough.
It's outside of all your guys' field of vision.
Fair enough. And, well, first off, Dave is going to hit that one with 2 eye rays.
Secret surprise wolf. That's
Yeah,
what I
but-
fucked up earlier, though.
Oh, yes.
God fucking damn it! Okay, so it can only shoot one of each type of eye ray per
Okay.
turn, and it keep getting the same fucking one. Alright, there we go. So, DC 12 again, twice. Wisdom and Dexterity.
The wisdom one fails. The dexterity one is a critical 20. So
Well, at least it doesn't take any damage, but it is now charmed until the start of my next turn. And while it's
This is the
charmed-
one that was already prone.
Yep. While its charmed speed is halved, at disadvantage on attack rolls.
what was the second? What was the second save I had to make?
Dexterity.
Pretty sure I can't do them when I'm prone.
Oh, you have disadvantage on
Yeah.
There's a 19.
them. No 3d8 cold damage. Sorry, 3d6.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Gazers are awesome, man.
So I can animate my shield. I can also call spiritual weapon, which is basically an animated sword. And then I've got my glaive, so I've essentially, just got all of these animated things surrounding me if I want.
Oh, and we
Oh, there's no disadvantage on it. That's restrained and bits and pieces of that. Prone is just disadvantage on attack rolls, and you guys have advantage on it.
Unless we're ranged. I think ranged.
and I'm giving him disadvantage on strength checks. Because fuck it, why not?
It's a hex thing.
It's a hex thing.
Mm.
All right, that wolf there, the one that's been hexed and all that. So charmed by you. So it just want to attack you, or is it charmed?
I think
essentially friendly to the party.
it's friendly, I think, just to me. It doesn't actually specify. It just says its movement speed is halved and it has disadvantage on attack rolls. So I don't actually know what that means. I think it might.
I think it means exactly what it says there.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It
but-
doesn't like you,
But
suddenly.
it does also say charmed, so I'm going to look up what that actually means.
It probably means charmed in that it is resisted by things that are resisted by charm effects, which is a thing that they have in the rules for a while.
Charmed creature cannot attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magic effects. The charmer has advantage on ability checks to interact socially with the creature.
Oh,
There you
okay,
go.
so my gazer buddy's not able to be attacked by it.
Which is kind of already that case anyway, because he's up there.
Yeah.
Alright,
I'm flying.
but he has no qualms with attacking you.
No. I'm
Good to
okay
know.
with that.
But I'm pretty sure he's
He
in
can't get up anyway.
Well, it can't get up, or it can't get up, or
Or like not.
movement's halved, then halved again for getting up, which means he can only attack you. Because he's the only one that runs. He's got to knock back 5 feet.
He's
It
prone. He could probably only attack my horse's legs, really.
No, he can't even get close enough. Got to give up half his movement for the strength, the charm thing. I lose half my
Yeah,
movement. I lose half my movement for standing up. So I can't move, and I'm more than 5 feet away from you because you knocked me back 5 feet, right?
No, I just.
Oh, you did the prone.
I knocked you
Okay, so
prone.
we can just.
Because there's no point for me to knock people away.
Oh, yeah.
Because
But if he stands up, he can just attack it anyway.
Why is that?
Because opportunity attack. He's using movement to try and stand up.
yeah, I'm pretty sure
Just
that
move
provokes
out.
attack of
It's
opportunity.
moving past somebody.
moving
though.
outside of the melon range.
Standing up in front of somebody doesn't provoke an opportunity attack.
There are specific feats that do give you that. Like the Cavalier's got some all the stuff for doing that sort of stuff.
Does.
Yeah, and my
but yeah,
sentinel-
he's going to bite at your
Because
horse.
I have the sentinel feat, but it's only when it attacks something else other
Yeah,
than me.
which it is attacking your horse.
Then I
Because
provoke
that's
attack
fine.
of opportunity. That'll be 17, which hits.
Yep.
So,
Which it hit your horse as well.
can I can't do a bonus action while doing a reaction, can I? Okay.
Bonus action during your turn.
Then it's 1d10 plus 3. 10.
10 damage. Alright.
Oh, we never really discussed what my horse. I assume it's
I'm
because
good as-
it's a war horse.
It's a warhorse, which actually has stats, if I remember right. Warhorse.
Probably would have armor, but I don't know.
It'll be built into the warhorse stats. Which is armor class 11 and 19 hit points.
And it has disadvantage to attack as well, doesn't it? Because it's.
It got up.
Oh,
It
okay.
just can't move any further because it's used
Yeah.
all its thing up. Okay, so it's hit and does
Oh, it's not frightened. That's why.
No.
Okay. I was going to say because there's a whole bunch of stuff that would happen
does
to
10
it.
damage. The horse survives, but the horse needs to make a DC 13 strength saving throw.
What would its bonus be?
Its strength bonus is +4. Fuck you, horse.
They're fucking horses!
Ooh, it does not make it.
Really?
I got 3. I'm rolling really badly today.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. 3 plus 4 plus your aura.
Oh yeah, plus my bonus plus 3. So, so 10.
Still not quite.
Yeah, it's still not quite enough.
You're looking for 13 on this one here. The horse is knocked prone.
So what I use acrobatics to.
Yeah, go for an acrobatics, which I don't think is going to be your strong suit.
No.
See if you're not also knocked prone.
You get a
Yeah,
horse fall on you.
but it's
Please roll a 1, because then a
It's-
horse is going to fall on you.
it's a 12.
12. I'm probably going to be rolling you at the same DC for the same save that the horse would have had to make, so 13 would have been the number.
A bonus plus. Wait, no, because that's not a saving throw, is it?
It's a saving throw.
Then
you get a
I would
plus
get
3,
a plus 3.
Okay, so you're fine then. You managed to jump free and keep your footing. But yeah, your horse is down. Not dead, but down. With a wolf attached to it.
Oh, it's that wolf is not going to be attached to it for very long. No one attacks my horse. Good
What's your horse's name?
Yeah, I was just about to think of what. No, I don't want to call him Horsey.
I think you just did.
Please name it.
Rainbow Dash.
Can we
Good
go back to
name.
Horsey?
No one
name.
attacks
When-
Rainbow Dash.
When, did you see one here somewhere? Surely.
Hard to avoid.
Yeah, they're downstairs. Yeah, I noticed
Yeah.
a whole bunch of them downstairs.
Okay. There's one there. Oh, there's actually one there. There you go. Anyway, the mystery wolf, the one that was hidden from behind, runs around the side and actually bites hold of the horse while it's down as well.
Then I get attacked. Oh wait, no, I've already had my reaction.
You have had your reaction.
Damn it.
Which he gets advantage on because of pack tactics.
Tactics.
Which it definitely hits. And does another 7 damage. And how much did I do before?
You did 10 before.
10.
He's got 2 health left. Your horse has 2 health left.
Horse is in a bad way.
Like I said, please name your horse, and then I can kill it and make everyone feel bad.
Yeah, and then I have to cast the spell again.
Oh wait, you
which
can just
is-
bring it back with a spell.
Yeah.
It's a magical
Hey,
horse.
that spell takes like 10 minutes.
No, it's instant. I think.
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
to
that was
cut.
It's a 10-minute spell.
Yeah, it's a 10-minute spell or something like that.
You gotta give it a different name every time, so Ryan gets the satisfaction of killing something.
Killing something unique and beautiful.
It takes, yeah, the duration is instantaneous, but yeah, it takes 10 minutes to cast.
No.
Those wolves are costing me 10 minutes of my life.
You wasted 10 minutes of my life, and I want them back.
Okay.
Anyway, you're up.
All right.
We'll probably finish
I'm
up
gonna
with this combat and then
fuck
move on from this
their shit up. Yo.
session because it'll tend towards 5.
Okay, so I'm going to. Okay, no, I'm going to do that as bonus action instead. Where is it? I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon,
Yes.
which is a bonus action.
You have a floating shield and a floating weapon and your actual glaive in your hand, so you are just a fucking war machine.
He's also a dragon. Covered in armor.
Well, actually, at this
and-
point here, you could do your breath weapon.
You might get your horse.
You could probably kill your horse,
Yeah.
but you will
Ball,
get
the ball will move.
you will get the 2 wolves. As you said, it's going to cost you 10 minutes. Kill your horse. Do it. Do it.
Brian's gonna so long without killing something. Just getting it to taste.
Yeah, but my breath. My breath is only.
Come
3d6.
on, baby.
No, wait, where is
Eight
it?
left.
Breath weapon. 30-foot line, dex save, 2d6. Whereas. No, sorry, 3d6, because I'm above 6th level. Whereas. I get 2 attacks, which would be 1d10 each, so that would be 2d10 as opposed to 3d6. I'm going to go with the 2d10 makes more sense, I think.
Which is cooler, though.
Yeah, fuck it, breath. Yeah, why not?
Style points.
Okay, we'll go the style. They get a dex save 13.
Nope and nope. I'm getting to the straight away, so they definitely are. They're definitely both hit by it. Full whack.
So
Crack of
7
lightning.
plus,
What about your horse?
11. Oh, my horse would be dead.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Oh yeah, even if you
It was
If-
prone,
yeah, it's
so
prone.
wouldn't
It
get
still gets to make
yeah.
the save, but at the same
Although-
time, even half damage.
Yeah, even
It's
half.
gonna die.
Yeah, even half. So 11 damage. I didn't roll that great.
Both balls done. So yeah, with a deep breath and
So I didn't need to cast the spiritual weapon. Oh, whatever.
with a deep breath and like this bolt of this stream of lightning pours out of your face, obliterating your horse. And I'm assuming it's just sort of into nothing.
Yeah, I mean it's a
That's it.
celestial being, so yeah.
Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah,
It turns
like,
into fairy
yeah.
dust.
Yeah.
And yeah, these 2 wolves are basically like cooked within their own furs with lightning. And
Tasty.
yeah, that
Dinner,
smell of-
anyone?
Yeah, that smell of ozone just sort of fills the air from all the electricity, and
Yeah.
yeah.
It reminds me of Mum.
We successfully murdered a pack of wolves, gentlemen.
Indeed, we did. How about we mosey on?
Clearly demon spawn.
I'm not sure these were demons.
They appear to just be wolves.
Demons
wolves.
spawned. If you could wait 10 or so minutes while I get my horse back.
Or you could hop on the cart and continue summoning your horse.
Yeah, I can do that too.
You're heading Wild West direction pretty rapidly.
Well, we are heading west.
You are. So is your accent.
Short rest is an hour or something. Isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Which I could do on the cart.
You could, yeah, if you want to basically just lay in the back with Dave keeping an eye on you.
Or several.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get my horse back first.
But yeah, we can probably leave it at that for this session.
I want us to meet up with Wyu.
That's coming. Relax. There's just some stuff I've got to do with Morty.
Morty.
Mordecai.